All right, let's get into this. Come on. Let's keep that there. All right. Oh my God. Sure, what's up? Things are looking sketchy. Things are looking. We have, oh my, 7 tornado warnings right now, 19 severe thunderstorm warnings, 6 flash flood warnings, and we are not even. This thing isn't even really pushed into the 15% yet. So we're still 2 risk zones away from this thing's real energy, which is concerning that it's already doing what it's doing. Some would say ahead of schedule. Jackson, Tennessee. Let's take a look at this. I just hopped on here, so I need to get a little bit. I need to get a better reading at some of this. This doesn't look too dangerous right now, although the CC droplet looks a little bit interesting. That could be a debris field or very large hail that's about to head straight through Jackson, Tennessee. So I'd get in a safe spot, bottom floor, interior of your home in a closet or storm shelter. Up towards Huntington as well. Huntington, Clarksburg, McLemersville, Tennessee. What do we got down here? Tennis ball size hail, casual. That is definitely something right there. It's pretty tight, which makes me think this could actually be a debris field and not just hail. There's your rotation right there. Headed straight for Holly Springs. Where are we now? Mississippi. Headed straight for Holly Springs, Mississippi, up towards the border, Moscow, LaGrange, Tennessee. This radar is not radaring for me. There it is. Again, doesn't look, fortunately, it doesn't look like a major, like a super intense tornado, but sometimes you never know with these radars. Definitely some good circulation right here, about to head through Winona, or Renoa, Missouri. Everywhere I go, we're in a different state. Minoa, Missouri, southeastern Missouri. And let's see if we can see rotation. We can see a little bit of rotation on the reflectivity as well. That's always a sign. Correlation coefficient. Look at that right there. There it is. Pretty tight as well. So I think we do have a little bit of wind on the ground as well. I think that thing might actually be down, about to go over Winona, Missouri. Now let's go check out Belleville. Oh my gosh. Yesterday someone was asking about Belleville. Someone was literally in my chat asking about Belleville, said they live there. There's the rotation. It looks like it's going right over Belleville. This doesn't look super intense either. This is kind of a QLCS setup. There's your notch right there. And I think this is going to expire. This is going to expire. So if something did go over Belleville, it looks like it was pretty weak, luckily. But there's probably some large hail there, and there may be some wind damage. Yeah, that is it right there. That's the notch. So that thing is dissipating, and there goes the tornado warning. Really quickly, yeah, guys, let me just look at everything we have going on. I know Decatur. Guys, I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. Decatur. Let's check this out real quick. Okay. One of these radars is lying about what's going on here because they're not really matched up. This doesn't look too significant. Hard to see if we have something on the ground here, but there is a ton of shear. This looks like a little bit of rotation, potentially moving straight over. Heading out towards Cerro Gordo. Cerro Gordo. We need easier city names. Illinois. And then up here to the northeast, Fisher, Illinois, heading out towards Rantoul, Illinois. Not seeing anything majorly significant, just a ton of rotation up here. It's actually even more up here to the north. Right there. Let's see if we can get a better look at this. This thing might expire after this, but I would still get in a safe spot if I was up there. All right, a lot going on. We are not at our peak intensity, which is concerning. And the fact that we have some discrete cells out here ahead producing is very interesting. There weren't exactly model runs showing a setup out ahead of the QLCS here. So out ahead of your main feature. And I find that interesting. Okay, chat, I'm gonna get to you in a second. Ton going on. What's going on, Matt? You had to get off to get stuff ready? Oh, sweet. I appreciate that, Matt. Yeah. This thing's I would say I mean when I got on here there was 8 tornado warnings. I would say this thing's already producing has produced a pretty good amount of tornadoes, and we're not even into this 30%. Sorry, 15% tornado risk zone. So it looks to me like it's already overperforming a tiny bit, because I think we're really going to see things kick up here in the next couple hours. And as I said, the fact that we have some cells out ahead of the main, our main squall line is concerning as well, because these could do damage. Let's take one more look at this, because these could have the sky to themselves. There it is, heading right up towards Holly Springs. And you can get some serious mesocyclones when you've got the sky to yourself and you're not sharing energy with the QLCS. Look at this interesting hook-like shape. Looks like a dolphin, actually. Do you guys see that dolphin? It's like a dolphin. But this thing has potential to strengthen. So Holly Springs, I get in your safe spot. LaGrange, Moscow, Tennessee as well. Jackson as well. There's some high velocities in here. This looks to be the rotation center right there to the southwest of Jackson. Although, yeah, there it is. You can see the CC droplet here. This might not just be hail. This might be some winds as well, moving just to the northwest of the city. You can see the city here. Looks like we have something right there. So I think that's probably some strong winds on the surface. That's got that. You can see the inflow here as well. Nice inflow here. We've got a nice inflow with both of these, so they do have potential for strengthening. There's a nice inflow here. So these are going to struggle a little bit more, especially this one. This is probably going to expire. There's just no, there's really no strengthening mechanism because of all this junk to its south. This one I believe is going to expire as well, but let's take one more look. There's just not much here yet. All right. Saab said, Matthew, I love y'all's friendship. I love it too. What's going on, MK? I'm going to start taking questions now real quick. Been a crazy day here in Sellersburg, Indiana. Yeah, but it's going to get crazier. I mean, you haven't seen anything yet. Unfortunately. You don't have sunny skies out there right now? Let's go to our satellite. You kind of do. You have partly cloudy skies out there in Sellersburg. This is concerning. Owensboro is kind of partly cloudy right now, too. You're just getting clouds over Owensboro. Matt, I don't know if you're in here, but it looks like it's been sunny for you for a lot of the day. Not a big fan of that right out ahead of this system. Look at these cloud tops, guys. Look at this. This looks like a hurricane. Look at these cloud tops through here. These are big high cumulonimbus. Look at this. Look at these down here too, bubbling up. You want to talk about Cape. There it is. That is instability. These are your anvils pushing up against the tropopause. Really, really nice looking cloud tops here. Okay. Carmel, Indiana. Yeah, let me start taking everyone's questions since everyone's asking a bunch of questions. I'll start taking your questions, guys. Give me 1 second. St. Louis is your severe day. It should be over. You could be dealing with flash flooding now, but you are behind this event. You have super rain-cooled air. The odds of you getting some hail, maybe tiny hail, but a tornado on the back end of this is almost zero. What's up? Welcome in, everyone. Saint, Cresley, Jill, Sams, Taylor, Kayla, Ketch, Jenna, Taylor. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys. Chat speeding. Hi, Connor. Appreciate everything you do. How's it looking for Ann Arbor, Michigan this evening? Yeah, you guys are what? Right out to the west of Detroit, right? So, yeah, let's quickly go. Let's look at a timeline for everyone. Everyone's wondering about the timeline. What I have right now on is our tornado threat. So our wind threat and hail threat looks similar, but I'm going to go through, I'm going to show you guys everything how it's going to play out tonight. So hopefully it answers a bunch of your questions, and then I'm going to take your questions too, but I try to answer all of them right here. You called it thunderstorms overnight into the morning and nothing off. Yeah. Can you give me a raw outlook for the future in Sellersburg? That's what I'm going to do right now. Yep. Yeah, it's been very sunny out ahead of this. I just looked at the satellite. So the ground's baking. So let's take a look at this, guys. So really quickly, to start off with this, I want to answer as many people's questions as I can. That's our tornado threat. This is our wind threat. It's a little bit different. You notice we have a much bigger high wind threat up here. So this is our 45%, and this stretches all the way up into Indiana, right on the border of Cincinnati, pretty close to Dayton, Ohio as well. Almost up there towards Logansport, Danville, Indiana. So again, 80, 85 plus mile per hour gusts are possible. You could see 100 mile per hour gusts recorded in this zone. This is going to be associated with the squall line moving over you. Not for everyone, but for a lot of people. Wind threats are dangerous because they're more widespread than a hail or tornado event, which is more localized. Hail as well. You could see what we call gorilla hail up here. So hatched hail. This is a hatched 30% risk zone for hail. You know what they say, grapefruit size. That's also down there for Dallas-Fort Worth, although a lot of this is going to be moving out. We do have you guys up here in the 10%. 15% for Chicago, and that does include Detroit as well. So you guys could get some pretty big hail. Again, sorry, I have something in my mouth. When it says 15%, that doesn't mean this whole zone has a 15% chance of seeing hail. This zone has about a 100% chance of seeing hail. The 15% is there's a 15% chance that within 25 miles of any point in this zone, there'll be hail. So treat it like it's like a 25. Like I don't know how long 25 miles is on this map, but it's within 25 miles of any point. In this zone, there could be hail. Here, 30%. Okay. So within 25 miles of any point in this zone, there's a 30% chance of hail. But this zone has pretty much a 100% chance of hail. So going back to tornadoes, when you look at this, this means that within 25 miles of any point here in this pink area, there's a 30% chance of there being a tornado on the ground. That's a lot of tornadoes they expect to be in here, guys. Also in this yellow and in the red area. Let me just take a quick look while I'm doing this. We've got an extension on I need to put my headphones on so I can hear the alerts. On our tornado risk down here, I really want to see what's going on with this, and then I'm going to continue. I'm going to show you guys how this thing's going to progress through the night. This is moving through Jackson, straight up towards Huntington, McLemersville, Clarksburg, Tennessee. And we just got an extension, ping pong size hail. I can never say that. And this is a decent looking couplet. So I do believe we may have a weak tornado on the ground, but it could be stronger. You never want to, the radar sometimes can mess up, so you want to treat this like this is a powerful, strong tornado on the ground and be in a safe spot. Radars don't always read it perfectly, but what the radar is definitely reading is rotation. It's definitely rotation. That's without a doubt in that cell there. This one down here as well. Okay, so for the timeline for you guys, for everyone who wants to know the timeline, and then I'm going to get to questions, let's go through it. The timeline and the threat. Where's my headphones so I can listen for these updates? All right, for the timeline and the threat. Let me also do this for you guys. Let's put it into 1 second. Weather alerts. Okay. Okay, now I want to be able to hear this. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay. 1 second. I'm reopening it for you guys. Were you guys hearing alerts? Oh, Radar Omega doesn't want to work. 1 second. There it is. I just want to make sure alerts and everything are working for us. They should be alarms on. All right, let's hope they're working. Here's our timeline. Here's our timeline before I get to questions. HRRR, we'll do this right here. We've got the 21Z. We'll use the 20Z. Here's our storm currently. What I'll do is, I know these colors are a lot, but okay, we have another severe thunderstorm warning to the south. This is this is for me. This is 6 p.m. Eastern. So this is 7 p.m. Eastern. This would be 6 p.m. Central. 7 p.m. Central. 7 p.m. Central, we're getting some strong storms moving up here into Indiana. We also have storms approaching Mount Vernon, Charleston, Illinois. I forget how to pronounce this, but I know a bunch of people live here. You guys know who you are. Southeastern Missouri could really start cranking up here. And then as we get out towards Blytheville down there in Arkansas. Okay. This would be 8 Central. Now we're getting close to Evansville. We're approaching Indianapolis. We're approaching Memphis, Tennessee. We're approaching southeastern Arkansas. And then also we're still having a lot of issues down here in Texarkana area. Then we're looking at 9 Central, 10 Central. So 10 Central here. Owensburg could be feeling it. Louisville could be feeling it. Indianapolis is probably just getting out of it. Memphis, this could be an extremely dangerous time for Memphis. 10 Central-ish, give or take an hour. But that's the timing. And then as we get out a little bit further, and this latest HRRR really holds this thing together powerfully, which is not the best. You can see Toledo, Lima, Dayton, Cincinnati. Now we're talking 12 Eastern. Louisville's still kind of in this 12 Eastern down to Bowling Green. It's going to start to get involved. Jackson, Mississippi. And then we're pushing up here into northern Mississippi as well. Getting into 1 and 2 a.m. Now we're pushed past Columbus, Ohio. We're out there towards Cleveland. And we're approaching Lexington, Kentucky. And we're starting to approach Nashville. And by the look of this, just the reflectivity, I can go in pivotal weather and I can look at all the other tornado parameters, but once you've looked at them enough, you can kind of tell by the reflectivity of the HRRR. This looks to still have a major wind and hail threat. This is starting to look like it's going to turn into more of a QLCS tornado threat, meaning you can get tornadoes out here, but they'll likely be EF2 and below. But this is still holding pretty good as it's approaching Nashville and as it's approaching eastern Ohio, central Kentucky, central Tennessee, and then down into Louisiana as well. So this thing is holding pretty well. And then I'll push out a little bit further, 3 a.m., 4 a.m. So now we're through Richmond, Kentucky, and we're on top of Nashville around that time at 4 a.m. Eastern. So that's what's going on here. And yes, this is looking still very impressive. We can take a quick look at our, let's see here. We can take a quick look at our updated SIGTOR parameters for these times. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that right there. Memphis, Tennessee, Jackson, Tennessee. Jackson, you're ahead of schedule right now. Up through Louisville, Columbus, Indiana, Indianapolis, some high SIGTOR parameters. Potentially all the way down there towards Shreveport, up into northwestern Mississippi as well. And this SIGTOR holds pretty good out to the east as well. You can see it wanting to hold out towards Dayton, Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio, Clarksville, Tennessee, potentially Nashville, Tennessee. So, and then we'll have another round of it moving up tomorrow. So this thing's kicking. We're getting a little lull of storms right now. We only have the one tornado warning, but I expect this to pick up here soon. Expires. Here we go. They have a tornado warning, and they have it expiring in 59 minutes. Let me pull this up, and then I'm getting to questions. There it is. Okay. Just to the northeast of Jackson, headed up towards Clarksburg, Huntington, Tennessee. Oh yeah, this thing is looking a little. It's a tighter couplet now in here. So let's see the CC real quick. Yeah, this is large hail and some winds down there on the surface, right to the northeast of Jackson. You can see where there's a lot of lightning too. That's concerning. All right, Bowling Green. I think I just talked about the timing for Bowling Green, right? Bowling Green's as you get into the morning hours out there. Still some pretty significant. You could be seeing anything out there at Bowling Green. Jetta Taylor, Cindy Sarah, it's me. Fiatcha? Home NMC out of Data E36. Kayla Kresley, I appreciate you guys. Indianapolis. Yeah, Indianapolis is. There's no surprise to me after looking at that HRRR run that you guys are still in this 15% risk, tour risk. No surprise to me at all because this, this thing is looking pretty good from north to south still. And the question is going to be, are we going to get a little bit more initiation up here to the north? We saw some runs that did start, or as we got later into the evening, wanted to initiate a bunch of storms up here all the way up towards Grand Rapids that are going to move east. I think that's coming. What we also saw was the potential, and I don't know if it has it, for another kind of squall line type feature to form out here to the west behind Chicago. I think they pulled away from that because that's why they're in the 2% risk. But just to double check on Chicago, let's see what the HRRR sees now. Yeah, so you can see it wanted originally this thing to kind of consolidate and then move through with some tour params, but that's not going to happen. Not likely to happen. What a downtrend by Chicago. Detroit still got some things to worry about, but he's not. Yeah. You think the SIG tour is pretty high for us then? That's good to know. Yeah. Over there for Sellersville, Louisville area, the SIG tour is holding pretty strong through there and Cincinnati. So we'll see if that, based on the look of it, who knows? Maybe they'd want to expand this out a little bit farther to the west, this 15% tornado risk. It does look like that line's holding a little bit farther out, but we'll have to see. Let's take a look at what we got here. I actually don't like this legacy pop-up. There we go. Appreciate the follows. Appreciate the subs, guys. Thank you. Let's see here. Thunderstorms. What am I looking at? Sorry. I don't want to repeat anything. Northwest Indiana. Yeah, I went right over. I went over Northwest Indiana for you, didn't I, when I did that whole thing? Pretty sure I did. Spoke about the timing that it was going to move in. It's fair. I mean, you have some bad storms moving in right now. You have some bad storms moving in right now. But you can see right here, this would be 7 Central. 7 Central, you really get your main feature moving through there past Gary. This would be from South Bend down to the southwest. So, but your storms are moving in right now over the next hour for northwestern Indiana. So, and you are in that 5%, but you're right on the edge of this 10% hatch. So you could get a decent spin up there. Something to watch closely. 2, 5, 10, 15, 30. Risk zones are weird. The marginal risk zone is different percentages, but it's easier to look at this. It's easier to look at this as like a marginal slight. You know what I mean? Like how the categorical is marginal, slight, enhanced, moderate, high, but you can look at it as percentages. Percentages are weird. Like I said, this 10% means a significant tornado is possible. 25, there's a 10% chance that there's a tornado from 25 miles at any point in here. within 25 miles of any point in here. So 10% around there, 10% around here. The odds that there's a tornado in this yellow area, it's basically 100%. But as you get here, every 25 miles it's possible there's about a 30% chance there's a tornado. It's weird how reading it like that. Just know that the brighter the color gets, the more tornadoes we expect in a smaller area. It's the easiest way to put it. I kind of like the categorical risk setup because no one really understands the percentages very well, and why they're set up like that. I do, but it's just weird. It's weird to explain. Sassy, Taylor, Ashton, Fiat. I swear I'm saying that wrong. Fiatcha. I appreciate you guys. So Chicago northeastern Illinois is done for today. It does look like you guys escaped. This main setup is out ahead of you now. So you guys should be good. You guys should be good. Fort Wayne, Indiana. Yeah, you guys have this thing kind of barreling down towards you right now. We can take a look at Fort Wayne, Indiana, timing-wise. Are you guys are Eastern, I believe. So you could now this is interesting. Could you get a discrete setup like we have down here to the south right now? You could, and that would start as early as potentially 7 or 8 Eastern. But this main wind and hail event looks to me like it's going to be more around 10 o'clock, give or take an hour. But this looks like it wants to move through for you around 10 o'clock, between 10 and 11. So you got a little bit of time in that main feature, but you can get some pop-up cells out ahead of this QLCS that could, spin up something. So you gotta, I'd really start paying attention here within the next 30 minutes to an hour, because we're gonna see potentially some storms out ahead of this squall line, which you're already starting to see. You can see a little bit that's wanting to form out ahead of this. Who's calling me? I keep getting called by a non-profit. Who are you? Kalamazoo, Michigan. Yeah, you guys are up in that 2% now. You guys had a pretty good downtrend. So, again, we're watching. You do have some storms up here. We're watching some potential initiation soon of some more storms up here to the north. But we'll see. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at what our our latest HRRR likes. Actually, let me go to the 21Z. So this will be our most updated. See what it does here? See what it does here? This is 6 Central. Here, boom, 7 Eastern. The HRRR over the next hour wants to initiate some storms up here to the north. Not guaranteed, but if that happens, then Kalamazoo could see some large hail and very strong winds. They're not initiated yet, but they very well could. And, just watch what happens in Michigan on the latest HRRR. You see that explosion of storms? What's happening here? The sun's starting to set. The upper atmosphere is cooling, and your instability is growing. Your air parcel stays warm at the surface, and the air cools ahead, and you get a little bit. You're going to get a little bit more buoyancy. You're going to get a little bit more upwards forcing, and you can cause these thunderstorms to really, really ignite up here. And you're going to see that up and down this. Watch up and down the line as the sun really starts to set. We start to see a really big kind of explosion of these storms compared to where we are. So you also have your lower level jet and your mid-level jets really pumping through here too, and your lower level jets. So we could have a lot of initiation up here in the next hour or two. So I'd pay attention, Kalamazoo, even though it looks like not much is going on near you right now. I think that has the chance to change quickly. You're still only in a 2%, but it could get worse. Memphis, Tennessee. Really quickly, I'll do Memphis, Tennessee. Let's double check on this. This is looking like much well-formed couplet here, heading up straight towards Huntington and Brewston, Tennessee. Huntington and Brewston, Tennessee, get in a safe spot. Bottom floor, interior of your home. This looks like the center of rotation. Get into a closet. Get away from exterior walls and windows. If you have no interior room on the bottom floor, get into a bathtub. A lot of times you can get into a bathtub with some pillows over you. Some people say a mattress. It's hard to get a mattress in there, but this thing looks like it's on the ground rotating, and it is heading straight for Huntington, and hopefully it looks like it may miss you guys to the southeast, I hope, but it looks like it is heading straight for Brewston and Camden, Tennessee, essentially up there towards Big Sandy. Let's take a look at the correlation coefficient really quickly. This is a lot of hail and or debris, so Clarksburg, Tennessee as well right there is right there too. This is definitely a decent looking tornado signature. What was I saying? Memphis, Tennessee, someone just asked about, right? Yeah, you guys are in a very suspicious location with this storm. You guys are kind of dead center of that high. You're starting now because I'm watching these cells, these popcorn discrete cells to your south, and these can produce stronger tornadoes even than the squall line out here. These are the ones that can produce your really significant tornado. So we are right now watching the skies around Memphis because you've already got a severe thunderstorm warning off of this one. Remember, these ones down here have the sky to themselves. Fresh inflow from the sky to themselves. This is how you get good helicity and rotation. Whereas there's just a lot going on. You have energy shared up here, and you're typically not going to see as intense of a tornado as you could see in a discrete cell. Speaking of, baseball size hail, destructive damage threat in this cell that's out ahead of the storm, and you can see all these in the storm typically aren't going to have that level of threat. So this one right here is probably going to go Tor warn just based on that look. This is baseball size hail. This needs to be Tor warned, I think. Look at that. Look at that signature right there. So that's a decent looking couplet moving over Star City. Moving over Star City, Arkansas. And that is headed up to the northeast, potentially towards Memphis. Looks more like towards Forest City, Jonesboro area, but that's very far away. So in the more immediate, Holly Grove, DeWitt, Grady, this thing actually looks decent. I don't know why this isn't Tor warned right now, guys. Look at that. There it is. There it is. Look at this hail. Massive hail. This thing should go Tor warned. It will in a second. Oh my god, and look at the absolute beaut of a shape on that too. This thing needs to go Tor warned. I don't know why they're not doing it. But yeah, the actual exact timing for Memphis. Here you go. And then I'm taking the next question. New Palestine, Indiana. The timing of the actual squall line, which could be heavy winds, the most frequent tornadoes and hail. You know, that's gonna be pushing in likely around 11 p.m. Central with the late stage RRR. I don't know why this is not Tor warned down here, guys. This thing needs to go Tor warned. It's destructive hail. What was it? New Palestine, Indiana. Oh, nice. Right in that significant. Okay, we got another tornado warning up there. That is going to be headed right up towards Sheldon. Right up towards Sheldon, Illinois. Watseka, Milford. Get in a safe spot. We'll check that out in a second. Yeah, your timing up here, up near Indiana, is going, or Indianapolis. We are looking at, my Red Bulls. We are looking at, here we go. Eastern wise, 10, 11 Eastern, 10 to 12. 10 to 12, we could see things going downhill pretty quickly. Strong tornadoes are possible. Significant tornadoes are possible. Guerrilla hail is possible. 80 plus mile per hour gusts are possible. So maybe stay up a little bit later tonight and then go to bed. I would stay up a tiny bit later if your bedtime's earlier than that. Okay, let's take a look at this real quick. Fiat M, Cresley, Tiffany, Denise, Tab, Hillbilly. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate anyone who followed as well. Thank you guys. Okay, single site radar, please. Why aren't you letting me look? There we go. Thank you. Oh, this looks actually like a really decent rotation here. I didn't expect this to look this decent and bed it up in this kind of linear setup. Okay, so yeah. Watseka, Sheldon, Milford, Illinois. That is a actual tight rotation there, moving through Cissna Park. Probably saying that wrong too. This is a good looking. That's a good looking pocket there. That's a good looking couplet there, guys. Let's look. There's the droplet. There's the correlation coefficient. So this thing is actually pretty impressive, decently impressive. Heading up here, getting a safe spot, bottom floor, interior, away from windows or storm shelter, guys. It's not a bad looking. That is not a bad looking tornado on radar. Let's look at the reflectivity here. You can probably see it spinning on the reflectivity. You can. There it is. It's right there right now. It's on the southern side of this warning. I think it's headed out towards Sheldon, Illinois, and Kentland, Indiana. Cincinnati, please. This one's going to be a little bit more fun for you guys in Cincinnati. Not fun in a good way, but I think than this last Sunday's. So this is approaching you at around 12 Eastern. You are in that SIG Tour area. EF2 plus is possible, but you're in that 10%, meaning, again, 10% chance of a tornado from any point in this zone within 25 miles. So a lot of people will not see a tornado or be affected by one, but starting at around midnight tonight, so this is actually 12 a.m., 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. You could be in thunderstorms from 12 to 4. Your severe would likely be closer to 12 Eastern, though. Yeah, Nashville. Yeah, the way this thing's moving, you can see how it's kind of dragging its tail out here. So Nashville, this thing might start to wane off as it gets into Nashville, but it still looks pretty significant, at least on the reflectivity. Can't judge completely off the reflectivity. We got another tornado warning. I'm getting no sound, guys. 3 a.m., 3 to 4 a.m. Is Nashville? I always forget if Nashville's central or Eastern, but we're gonna go off of Eastern. 3 to 4 a.m. Eastern. If it's Central, it's 2 to 3 a.m. Central. Because Kentucky's another one of those states that's like, oh, Eastern Western or Eastern Central. They're Central. That's what I thought, because Tennessee's kind of split in half. All right. Another tornado warning. Observed. This is important. Observed tornado. Greenville. There it is. Greenville. Observed tornado heading out towards Vandalia, Ramsey. This is Illinois. Observed tornado. That looks powerful, guys. Vandalia. No one pronouncing that wrong. Avena, Ramsey, out towards Stewardson, Illinois. This looks pretty good on the base velocity. Actually, just update it. But it's observed. So someone's seen it. So get in a safe spot down there. We've got another tornado warning. This one, again, look at this good couplet, guys. That's an impressive look. Heading out towards Grandin, Eleanor, Williamsville. This is southeastern Missouri. Southeastern Missouri. Give me 1 second. Southeastern Missouri. This one looks impressive. Let's look at our reflectivity. Surprising getting this much. I mean, there's a lot of kind of debris out here with this rainfall, but it does look good. Look at that coupling on radar, guys. Let's go see if we have any CC droplet. Big disturbance in there. Let's go to our CC. So again, take this very seriously. Get in a safe spot. Grandin. It's probably Elsinore, but I'll call it Eleanor. Williamsville, and everywhere in between here. Let's go up, and before I take the next question, Iroquois, Illinois, Carroll, Tennessee, Benton, Tennessee, Henderson, Tennessee, Henry, Tennessee, Madison, Tennessee, Gibson, Tennessee. In and around this area, we have hail, tornado warnings. Observed tornado, Fayetteville, Illinois, Bond, Illinois, Montgomery, Illinois. We've got some hail in that as well. Carter, Missouri, Ripley, Missouri. We've also got a radar indicated tornado. This one looks pretty decent. Headed towards Grandin and Elsinore in Missouri. This one right here, again, though, is looking even better now. This one over here is looking pretty decent as well. Let's change our velocity. There it is. So moving over Rock Springs, straight towards Clarksburg, Tennessee. Okay, all right, let me get back to chat. There's the hail, possible debris, Brewston, Camden, Huntington, Tennessee. Shelbyville, Indiana, I see. Shelbyville, Indiana. I appreciate that, Nat. Sin, Lidl, Jason, C-Talk. Thank you, guys. Thank you for any of the follows and subs, too. I appreciate you guys. Alrighty, let's see here. Nocturnal, yeah, solar. Nocturnal tornadoes are not a fun thing. The wind prior to this line of storms has been crazy. Yeah, it's going to be crazier when the storm's coming over. All right. 1 second, guys. Another tornado warning on the ground. Ay. Can't look away for 1 second. This is the one. Was this the one I was talking about? Was this the one I was talking about? I don't know if it's the one I was talking about. Paul, I appreciate that. Paul, thank you for the sub, Paul. This is the one I was talking about. Look, it's the dolphin. Okay, there's our tornado warning. Look at that. Okay, LaGrange, Hickory Valley, Whiteville, Bolivar, up towards Jackson, Tennessee. This one has the sky to itself. This one could get pretty strong. So we need to pay very close attention to this. LaGrange, about to move through there. Hickory Valley, up towards Whiteville. Boulevard, and then headed up towards Jackson or Henderson, Tennessee. So my alarms aren't going off for my tornado warning. 1 second, guys. Let's reset it. Please work. Thank you. So sick and tired of Radar Omega not working. Is Chicago Heights safe for the rest of this? Yeah, you guys look pretty good. You do. I was just answering a question for someone, and I think it was in Tennessee, and now I forgot because a tornado warning popped up in front of my face, and I'm triple tasking. Do you guys see how all these storms have this shape to it? Do you guys see how all these storms have this shape to it? That's all inflow. These are all rotating. I'm telling you, things are about to pick up in this area. Look at this. Every single one of this. Look at this hook. Look at this. Every single one of these. Appreciate you, Nat. I'm sorry. I literally forgot what the person asked. Owensboro. I'm sorry, guys. I'm doing my best. I just need to look at this. Tennis ball size hail. This looks to me like it should go Tor warned. That looks like this could just be the reflectivity doing silly things. There's rotation right there. There is rotation with this. This is going to go Tor warned, guys. This is going to go Tor warned, so let's treat it like it. Moving out towards Grady. DeWitt, out towards Holly Grove. I think this may have been Tor warned and they took it off, but it needs to go re-Tor warned. Right out to the east of Pine Bluff. Yeah, Owensboro. We got tornadoes all over the place. Owensboro. Let's take a look there really quickly. Yeah, Owensboro, Kentucky. Let's go to our timing. HRRR. I mean, you guys know anything's possible in Owensboro. Tonight, I don't need to tell you. You're in a... Okay, this could be a more dangerous setup than even the main squall line, but we'll have to see. This is a discrete setup out ahead of your QLCS. This is around, I think you guys are central, so this would be around 7 p.m. central, moving through Owensboro. 8 p.m. Eastern. So, but then that's going to move out, and then your strongest wind and hail would probably be this, around this time. 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central. Louisville, Kentucky. You could have some discrete storms moving through at around 9 p.m. Eastern, but that main squall line doesn't want to move through until about 11:12 tonight Eastern. No reason to be scared, guys. Remember, even in the most dangerous zone here, there's only a 30% chance there's a tornado anywhere within. Say I mark a point here, right here. That's in the most dangerous zone tonight. There's only a 30% chance, less than a third of a chance, that there's a tornado within 25 miles. So most of the region will not see a tornado. But again, we could be talking 200 Tor-warned storms because this is just covering such a big region. That's the issue. I don't even know how many Tor-warned we're up to, but... Indianapolis, I've gone over that a couple times. Are we in the clear after the storm in Cincy? Yeah, you are. Well, listen, there's going to be a big issue with flooding. They're talking about potential historic flooding through this region here. We're talking cities that could have the potential for historic flooding. We're talking about even maybe up to Columbus, but we'll see. Definitely Cincy, Louisville, Evansville, Owensboro, Memphis, Tennessee. We'll have to see about Nashville. I think it's going to stay up to the northwest. Most of that flooding. Little Rock, down here in southern Illinois, southeastern Missouri, southern Indiana. There is the potential for historic flash flooding. We're talking 10 to 15 inches in a span of potentially 72 hours, which 5 inches in 72 hours could cause flash flooding. So you can only imagine 15. Let's hope we don't get those totals. Let's hope those totals are a little bit exaggerated by our Euro and GFS. Here, someone said Indianapolis. Here, let's look at our timing for Indianapolis up there. Let us look at our timing for Indianapolis. Wow, I have 1,100 people in here. I appreciate you guys. Katie, Alexis, Jack, K. Young, Jazzy, Jenna, I appreciate you. All right, here we go. Indianapolis. Again, you could get some discrete sells out ahead of this, but the main event looks to be around 10 p.m. Eastern, 11 to 12. I'd say between 10 and 12 is probably when you're really going to want to be weather alert. That's why I'm telling people out here, probably stay up a little bit later, just in case. We've got another tornado warning down here just to the northeast of Shreveport, and we're still getting no sound from Radar Omega, so I might restart it again. It does it all the time when there's too many people using it lately. It's really frustrating. I want to get my alerts in my ear. There is rotation down here for sure. Not the strongest rotation I've ever seen in my life. There's rotation down here, and this has the sky to itself, which always worries me. This is heading up towards Haynesville. That's heading up towards Haynesville, Louisiana. It could move out. Homer, I'd be in a safe spot as well. Yeah, this is heading right out towards Haynesville, though. And maybe Shongaloo. Love the names. Let me just, before I take another question, double check on our storms out here. See if we have anything that's looking... We got still something about to move through Brewston, Camden, and up towards Big Sandy, Tennessee. This one is looking pretty strong. Pretty strong rotation moving towards Boulevard, Tennessee, guys. Hickory Valley, out towards Jackson, Tennessee. This rotation looks good. This rotation looks good, guys. Look at this. So I would... it's honestly looks to me like we may not even have this on the ground, but it's a super strong funnel cloud. I think it's on the ground though. Let's take a look at our correlation coefficient. Yeah, look at this right here. I think we may actually have it on the ground right there, heading up towards Hickory Valley Boulevard, Tennessee. Some of these could be long tracks, so we have to watch them for a while. Let me double check on this one up here. This is our observed tornado. Up here, so this is important. People have seen this on the ground. Doesn't look very impressive on reflectivity, but you can see it right there on velocity. About to move just south of Ramsey. Illinois. Out towards Stewartson, Illinois. There is still rotation very clear on the map there. There it is. About to move through Shafter, Illinois. Last one. Oh, and another tornado warning. Okay, let's double check on this. Every time I go to take another question, we get another tornado warning. Here we go. This is moving up towards Sandoval, Illinois. And up towards Kinmundy, Illinois, Omega, Illinois, Central City, Centralia, Illinois. I don't know if anyone in chat is in that area, but I would probably get in a safe spot. It's not looking like the most dangerous tornado in the world I've ever seen. No need to freak out, but I'd get to the bottom floor interior of your home, just somewhere safe in your home, apartment, wherever you are, because that thing is rotating. It's definitely rotating. We knew there was going to be rotation all up and down this line. The rotation is going to increase as the night moves on, guys, and we're going to see more of these. I can promise you that. We have not seen... This thing is going to... We have not seen the most intense portion of this event yet. We have not. Is Redbud, Illinois going to get hit anymore tonight? Or where's Redbud? Redbud, Illinois. I'm going to do a speed round, and I'm just going to answer as many questions as I can. Okay, guys? Give me 1 second. Xtina, Haley, Cody, Sarah, Lisa, Katie. I appreciate you guys. Hebron. I can look at Hebron, Indiana. What websites are... this is Radar Omega. You can use a free version of it. I use a paid version. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's actually slower than it normally is because there's a lot of people been using this lately because a lot of people like it. back when I used to use it, when a lot of people didn't know about it, it was way quicker because their servers didn't need as much work. Redbud, you're looking pretty good for tonight. You could get some more thunderstorms. You're likely not going to see any severe weather though. You've got rain, cooled air, and your main event has moved past, so you guys should be good. You guys should be good, Hebron, Indiana. And then I'm going to answer a bunch of questions as quickly as I can. I would say this, though. When I go into speed mode, guys, if you tell me if it's a little tiny town in the middle of nowhere, nothing against small towns, but if you think I might not know where it is, like just say it's in West Central Tennessee or it's in close to Louisville. If it's a city I'm not going to know, you're probably going to want to, be more specific. Hebron, you guys have storms that are 30 minutes away, basically. They're moving in. What's good is this pocket up here hasn't quite taken off yet in intensification, so this might move over, and you might be spared because, again, we're waiting for storms to kind of fire up there. There they are to the west of Kalamazoo, potentially up towards Grand Rapids, and so you guys might escape this without severe weather. Okay. South Central Indiana. South Central Indiana. Let's look at our timing here. South Central Indiana. Okay, here we go. This discrete setup starts moving into southern Indiana, and this is a concern down here in southern Indiana at around 9 p.m. Eastern. Okay? That's a tornado threat there. But this is where your serious wind and hail threat comes in as well. This is closer to 11:10. So really from 9 to midnight, this whole area of central to southern Indiana could have a decent amount of severe weather to deal with. Evansville, Indiana. Oh yeah, you guys are right there. Yeah, Evansville. I know where that is. Evansville, the latest HRRR does want to bring over a discrete setup. Again, it's a little bit of a dangerous setup. Nothing to be overly concerned about. Again, you're more likely not to see a tornado than to see one. But this would be around 7 to 8 p.m. tonight. So we're talking an hour to 2 hours potentially away where this discrete, guys, you got to take this. We got some more tornado warnings I need to talk about. We got to take whatever the heck is happening out here very seriously. But that wants to be moving through 8, 9 p.m. And then your main QLCS could be really moving in. Those winds could be picking up between 10 and 11. Let's see here. I don't know where Madisonville, Kentucky is. Oh, there it is. I can see it on the map. All right. Madisonville, Kentucky. Okay, so this would be 7 Eastern. This is about 30 minutes they want these cells to move up through you guys. That's a pretty significant tornado chance between 7 and 9. And then you have your main QLCS squall line moving through here at around 10, 11, 12. So again, starting in about 30 minutes, 7 to 12, I'd want to have weather alerts on there in Madisonville. We got more tornado warnings down here really quickly. I got to take a look at this, guys. We got to take a look at this, guys. Alejandro Sweets Beck. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Anyone who's followed. I do post updates on this stuff every day, and I do stream every single night. Even if there's not fun weather going on. This isn't technically fun, but it's at least gives me something to do, right? Because sometimes I stream and I'm just talking about sunny skies. It's pretty boring. Let's see. Do you think it will be bad for Fort Wayne, Indiana? You're in a pretty significant risk zone, so it's the possibilities there. I don't want to say I think it's going to be bad for any specific area because there's a lot of variability here, obviously, in the atmosphere. So, things are gonna act weird and do things that we're not expecting them to do. This is a pretty good CC droplet there, heading up towards Whitesville. Where are we? Tennessee, I believe. Yeah, Whitesville, Tennessee. If you're in Jackson, you've got two tornado warnings heading towards you, and they're separate storms. Whitesville, Boulevard, here's a CC droplet, tons of hail and lightning, another one, lots of hail, possible debris. So I'm looking up here at Huntington, Lexington, Jackson, Henderson, Boulevard, Whiteville. There's multiple pockets of rotation down there that are looking a little bit spicy. I'd get in a safe spot. This looks like large hail that's about to move through Brewston and Camden as well, although I think this tornado warning may expire. Let's take a look at the velocities. It's a sloppy, this looks like a cloud that's rotating. I don't know if it's on the surface anymore. Let's get a couple quick updates for where the tornadoes are. I want to make sure you guys are safe. There's a little bit of rotation here. Not looking insane. This thing might expire. There's definitely hail in here. I would still take this seriously out in Elsinore and then Williamville because it looks like we do still have a little bit of rotation here that's possibly moving over Grandin. Down here to the south, let's take a look at this one, see how it's developing. All right, this is moving right up towards Haynesville, Louisiana. Haynesville, Louisiana, let's look at our velocity. That's a mess. This is the worst radar I've ever seen in my entire life. All right, it's going to give us nothing. Perfect. You know, can we see rotation in the reflectivity? A little bit in here, right there, but it's tough to see. But Haynesville, I'd be in a safe spot. And then we've got this thing's gonna expire. This thing's gonna expire up here. Okay, but I'd still be in a safe spot if I was up here in Sheldon, Illinois. Let's take one more look at this. One sec, guys. I just like to gotta check on the tornado warnings every now and then. Make sure they're not looking more impressive. This one still looks okay. Heading up there towards Sandoval, Illinois. All right, chat. Who's calling me? My grandma's calling me, guys. You guys want to hear my grandma? Let's see. I'm going to put her on speaker. All right, I'm going to answer you guys. Hey, Grandma, I'm streaming.
Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. I just wanted to see how Emily was.
Okay, yeah, I'll have her.
Is she streaming or dreaming?
I'm streaming. I'll have her call you. I love you.
Okay, love you too, dear. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, Louisville, guys. Louisville's going to be later in the night. I've been over Louisville a few times. Okay, let's do speed round. I'm going to answer as many questions as I can. Let's go. Louisville. We've talked about these tornado warnings, severe thunderstorm warnings. We're about. Let's talk about Louisville. We're about to get into an active time. So right here, right. I want you to notice 8 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Eastern. I think things are gonna really spark up 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern. So in my opinion, we're not seeing the kind of full strength of this system until for another hour and a half at least. Louisville timing, again, I'm worried about this whole discrete setup shifting off to the north. There's going to be more rotation in this than in this event. And you're going to have clear skies, some good inflow with these. So Louisville, I'd start watching out as early as 9 Eastern. So really 9 all the way through almost 1 a.m. up there. We've got another tornado warning right here. I wanted to take another question, but we keep getting more tornado warnings. A little bit of rotation just out to the east of Pleasant Mound, Illinois. This is heading out towards Almont, Effingham, Laclede. I'm going to butcher these names all night. You guys will forgive me. None of these look, I would say, SIG Tour-like, but look at the rotation. Watch all these rotate, guys. Watch this. Watch this. I'm going to find out where all these are. And watch this. Watch the rotation closely. Can you see them all bending? Can you guys see that? And you see how they all look the same? Look at the flow. And then this is where the tornado would be, right? In here. That's the tornado. That's the tornado. That's the tornado. You see how they all look like shrimp? They've all got that shrimp shape, just like that. You guys notice? Those are all tornadoes. That's the easy way to see it on the reflectivity. This is Illinois. And this is a sign. Matt was talking to me about how much rotation would be in this squall line, and I was like, I believe him, but I don't know about how much. We'll see how much. There's rotation all up and down this pocket moving through Illinois right now. Now, this is going to likely move east and south of Chicago. I think you guys are done for tonight, but tons of rotation in the squall line. All these. I mean, you're probably going to get a tornado warning on this one right here too. See this? Same type of things happening down here. This is probably going to go tour warned as well down here to the south. We're going to get, and this is another thing I was talking with about Matt. Yeah, we've got rotation here as well. This is we could see in the next hour, 2 hours, there's another one. We could end up seeing like 100 tornado warnings like this. Stacked. If we see this type of rotation. Here we go. Heading up towards Charleston, Illinois. Another tornado warning. Here it is. Look at this line of rotation, guys. This is just a line of rotation. You have your LLJ, lower level jet, spinning through here. And then you have western. So you have your LLJ moving southerly. And then you have your mid-level jet moving westerly, and they're rotating. They're just rotating everything, strong updrafts, tilting those columns of air. So this is in Illinois, another tornado warning. They just keep coming. This is Stewartson up towards Manton, Illinois, getting a safe spot up towards Charleston, Illinois. I think we're going to get another tornado warning just to the south here. I think we'll probably have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stacked there in just a second. Nashville. Yeah, Nashville timing, like I said, much later in the night, but we'll go take a look at that real quick. Nashville timing, we're looking more like, now you could have some discrete storms heading through as early as 9 o'clock. I'd watch those storms down in Nashville at around 9 o'clock, but this main QLCS setup doesn't look to move through until a little bit later in Nashville. So, you know, strong winds, hail, maybe 3, 4 a.m. Eastern in Nashville. So 3, 4 a.m. Eastern, so 2, 3 a.m. Central. There's another tornado warning along this line here, guys. Tons of rotation. They just keep coming. I still think this one's going to get warned as well. I think this one's going to get warned right here, too. Another tornado warning right here. This is turning ugly. I hate to say it. This is not good. So we have another one right here. This is headed up towards Greenville. I think we're going to start. I still think we're not even at our. I think we're an hour and a half away from this thing's peak. But all right, we are in southeastern Missouri now. This is headed up towards Greenville, Missouri. This looks to be Elsinore right here. You still have some rotation there. Likely to move just to the northwest of Williamsville, Missouri, up towards Greenville, Missouri. Get in a safe spot. Make sure you're inside. Again, Benton, Tennessee, Carroll, Tennessee, Humphreys, Tennessee, Henry, Tennessee, Fayette, Illinois, Carter, Missouri, Ripley, Missouri, Webster, Louisiana, Claiborne, Louisiana, Bossier, Louisiana. All of these places, there's a tornado, hail in the area. Hardman, Tennessee, Chester, Tennessee, Madison, Tennessee, Fayette, Tennessee, Haywood, Tennessee, Clinton, Illinois, Marion, Illinois, Washington, Illinois. Get in a safe spot. Marion, Harrison, Cass, Texas. We do have a tornado warning right down here in Texas now. Here we go. There's some good rotation there. This is heading straight towards Jefferson. Heading straight towards Jefferson. We also do have a severe thunderstorm warning that's headed up towards Texarkana, and we might get some rotation on that one as well. There's some rotation here. Doesn't look super dangerous yet, but like I said, these things can spin up quickly. We do have what could be a debris field here. I think that's just hail, but it could be a debris field, and this is headed out to the northeast, out towards Vivian, Louisiana. So getting a safe spot out there. This one moving up towards Texarkana, we're going to have to watch if this thing spins up as well, because there's a lot of shear down here. There it is. You have some high velocities trying to sneak in here as well, guys. All right, lastly, I wanted to finish that list, but there's just so much going on. Shelby, Illinois, Effingham, Illinois, Wayne, Missouri, Carter, Missouri, Butler, Missouri, Jackson, Arkansas, Independence, Arkansas, Lawrence, Arkansas, Craighead, Arkansas, White, Arkansas. All of these areas, we've got tornado warnings, severe thunderstorm watches in, but those are all tornado warned areas. Paducah. Paducah, we've got tornado warnings out to your southeast and out to your west. You're in the middle there. We could see one of these discrete cells down to your south produce something here within the next hour. So I'd pay attention very, very closely, although it doesn't look like that main QLCS wants to dive through your area until around, let's take a look at this, until around, we'll say 8, 9 Central. So about maybe 2 to 3 hours, that main squall line. I'd say closer to 2. But there's a lot of discrete cells that want to move through that region. Give me 1 second, guys. 1 second. What's up, Charles? You don't like what's your weather station saying, Sophie? I'll do Columbus. Did I see Columbus? I got you, Alexis. I'll do Columbus, Ohio. Give me a second. Fort Wayne, Indiana, Columbus, Ohio. Let's take a look at both those. North Ridgeville. Columbus, Ohio. Okay, let's get into our 21Z. Columbus, Ohio. Things look to go downhill for Columbus, Ohio as we get to around 1 a.m. Eastern. 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. We need to watch that time frame for you guys. We could get a little discrete action, some Twisty Boy cells moving through, though, at around midnight. I'd start really paying attention at around midnight. Fort Wayne, Indiana. Again, look at these the discrete setup that happens as we get into around 8 p.m. Only just over an hour away, 8 p.m. Eastern. So start paying attention at 8 p.m. The strongest wind and hail is probably not going to be till 10 or 11, though. But you could get something spinning up at around 8 or 9. So I'd pay attention really closely there. And then what do we have? We have North Ridgeville. And again, for Columbus, you guys are still half the city's still in this 10% hatch. A 5% is decent too, though. 80 plus mile per hour winds, large hail, and you can't count out an EF2 from this. This is holding pretty strong, at least on the latest stage triple R. This is expected to be a more severe event than the Sunday's event. So don't think, oh, Sunday was nothing. Not saying we're going to see a bunch of destruction through Columbus, but it's looking more significant than Sunday. It is. So if you can stay up, I'd stay up. If you can't, have a way to get weather alerts out there in Columbus. North Ridgeville. Where is that? Ohio? You guys are pretty far up there. 1 to 3 a.m. is where these storms are moving in. Your biggest threat up there is probably going to be a wind threat from the squall line. Although you are still in a 5% tornado risk, so 1 to 3 a.m. You're just going to want to pay attention. Again, much less of a serious tornado risk up there, but you still got to make sure you got a plan in your weather alert. According to everyone, we will not be bad, but I just want to see what's going to happen since we have a night hit. Was that it up there? Northridge Valley. I think that's the one I just looked at. Yeah, Northridge. I think that was it. I think that's what I just looked at. Or North Ridgeville. Hold up, guys. Hold up, chat. Yeah, I mean, you guys aren't. I'm not too concerned. Stay weather alert. You're not in a super significantly like severe area, but it's still a 5%. It's still some destructive winds are possible. 1 to 3 a.m. Holly, Michigan. Let's take a look at Holly, Michigan. Jonathan, it's me. Corey, just me. Oh my gosh. Big Man, Diana, Jesse, Blonde, what's going on? Papa Burger, Bobby, Board, K Young. I'm sorry. I know I missed some gifts in here. Sweet Alejandro Beck. I know I did, but I appreciate you guys. Anyone who's gifted, followed, or subbed, anything like that, I appreciate you guys. Let's go look up in Holly, Michigan here. I'm doing my best I can for you. Timing for Holly, Michigan, and again, we are expecting these thunderstorms to flare up here. So we could have some action moving into Holly. I mean, potentially as early as, let's say, 8:30 Eastern. So we're less than 2 hours away from that. And then this would be your main wind and hail event around 10 p.m. So hopefully this is all out of your hair before midnight, which I think it will be. You could have some lingering thunderstorms in the back, but the worst should be over by midnight. You guys are in the 2% up there, but I think you still have a significant wind risk up here to the north. And by the look of the Cape that we were seeing, I think you still could get some big hail up there. Jonesboro, Arkansas. I need to take a sip of something. My throat's killing me. I'm talking too quick. What's my son screaming about? Matt said, call me when you can. Yeah, let's look at Jonesboro. I'm going to give Mesomat a call real quick. Hey, you're on stream. Don't say anything incriminating.
No, you're good. These things are just stacking up, dude.
I told chat, you could see, and they all have the exact same shrimp look in the squall line. I said, you said this earlier. You said, I think we're just going to have stacked tornado warnings down the whole thing. Yep. What a call. Because they all have the same exact shape, dude. It's crazy. I'll go over Jonesboro. All of them. Dude, so wait, can I FaceTime you real quick? Are you on stream?
Go for it.
I'm going to FaceTime you. This is what we're getting. This is what I'm talking about here. Okay. This is what I'm talking about. Hook.
Oh my
Hook.
gosh. Yep.
Hook. Hook. Do you see this?
Yep.
I've never seen reflectivity in a QLCS like this. Or rotation in a QLCS like this just completely lined up so obvious. They're all just a bunch of shrimps.
Do you see the storm in Arkansas, the DeWitt, Arkansas? This is the one I've been watching for a while.
Which one? Oh my god, there's even more. How many tornado warnings do we have now? 12.
We have 14 active.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god, look at this one here, dude.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to show. Yeah.
Do you,
grinding.
oh my gosh, guys, DeWitt.
Supercells are literally going to be coming into Western Kentucky.
Oh my gosh, look at this thing, dude. Yo, this is a serious one, guys. Heading up here towards Forest City, Arkansas. I can't talk. I've been talking too quick. You put like 1,500 people in my stream. Okay, yeah. Are you getting back on? Or are you on right now?
It's going to be after this is all gone through because this is coming. We've got Supercells getting ready to come into Mayfield, which is not far from us.
Okay, you guys know who Matt is, right? Everyone, well, maybe not all of you. Mesomatt, go follow him. MESOMATT. I'm part of his weather team. He is usually streaming 24/7. He's basically in the right outside of the high zone. So,
Yep.
we're just hoping that his house is standing in a little bit. But
A couple more days of this too.
yeah. This is not it, guys. Yeah, we're gonna have what 3-4 more days of this, and potentially historic, possibly moderate, historic flooding. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna get back to chat. Matt, I appreciate you.
That's good, man.
See ya. Yeah, Matt. This is his thing. He's the one who told me when he was looking at it earlier, when he was looking at the HRRR, that it looked like we could just have ridiculous rotation up and down that boundary. All right, let me get to all your questions. I know there's a lot going on. Jonesboro. There is a tornado just out to your southwest. And the way these storms look on the radar, guys, when these storms take a hook shape or that shrimp shape, you can tell without even going into the velocity that they've got a good inflow. This is the tornado. This is the rotation right here. Moving up to the north towards Tuckerman, Swifton, and up towards Walnut Ridge, and potentially Jonesboro. So, yes. Also, any of these could spin up to the south of Jonesboro. This is going to go Tor warned right here as well. So, Jonesboro, there's rotation here, Jonesboro. There's rotation here, Jonesboro. There's rotation here, Jonesboro. So, let's hope these fizzle out. But Truman, Blytheville, Kennett, Paragould, Jonesboro, Walnut Ridge, Pocahontas, northeastern Arkansas, I would get in a safe spot because there is so much rotation to the south of you. Down here, heading up towards Hernando, Memphis, there's rotation headed up towards your area. With this storm, I don't even, give me a second. This thing is ahead of schedule right now. It's pretty crazy to see. And I said this would go Tor warned near Texarkana, didn't I? Here we go. This is Tor warned near Texarkana now. And let's take a look and see if we have anything on the CC droplet. A little bit in here, but we have to keep an eye on this. Again, just taking a look at the reflectivity and the shape of this and the inflow that we have into these storms. Inflow here, sorry. I've been talking too quick. Inflow here, these both look pretty decent, guys. Another tornado warning. Another tornado warning right here to the south of Jonesboro. Look at this thing. Look at this thing, guys. This is rotating. This is so, I've never seen so much rotation up and down a squall line. Look at this thing. Like the look of these on reflectivity is like a beautiful thing, not in a good way, kind of in a bad way. But look, you guys can see them all over the place. Look at this, all over the place. Any of these could go significant, and I'm really concerned about the look of this one too, heading up towards Harrisburg, Lake City, Arkansas. Seriously, every one up here, we have multiple tornadoes heading up here through northeastern Arkansas. We have multiple tornadoes that also have that same look heading up towards Jackson, Jackson, Tennessee. We've got these hook-like reflectivities moving up towards Texarkana. I think they're going to miss to the south, but treat it like they're coming towards you just to be safe. Hope, Arkansas. We're watching tons of rotation up here to the north in Illinois. All of these need to be taken seriously. Heading out towards Charleston, Effingham, Louisville, Illinois, Everyone in between, Manton, all of those need to be taken seriously. Fredericktown, Perryville, Missouri, and then out here, moving up towards Marble Hill. These are all, every single one of these is rotating. Pocahontas, every single one of these. I think they just can't issue them fast enough. We have 15 tornado warnings right now. Oh my gosh. Yes, I mean, the question is, Cincinnati, does this crazy look that we're watching right now, does this hold? I hope it doesn't. Does this hold all the way out west? I think this is going to weaken a little. The rotation's going to die off a little bit. But it's going to hold for the next 5-6 hours. And then Cincinnati, this may end up being just a massive hail and wind threat. You can get really damaging hail and winds, but it's not impossible. We still have a strong rotation within these, within this QLCS, quasi-linear convective system. And that's in part because we have an LLJ, which is a low-level jet. LLJ is easier to say. We have an LLJ that's cranking through here at like 70 knots at the surface. We had like barely 40 knots at the surface on Sunday. This is a whole nother beast. More tornado warnings up here to the north. They're not going to stop coming, guys. If you know who you are, if you're ahead of this, all of this that you see, all of this black and white here, this is all rotation. Everything is rotating. Manton, Charleston, Toledo, Newton, Louisville, Florida, Fairfield, Illinois. There's a line. There's a line of these things headed to the east. I think this one is going to go as well. So now we got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 associated with this. More tornado, another severe thunderstorm warning down here. Guys, I can't even keep up with this right now. Give me a second. Sorry, I'm just getting over like a sickness, and I still have the cough from it. It's really annoying. What's going on over there on the tube? Can you please do Fredericktown, Missouri? Yeah, weren't we just talking about it? I feel like I just brought up Fredericktown. I feel like I literally just brought it up. Let me see. Yeah, because you guys are in a tornado warning. That's why I brought it up. That is why I brought it up. Fredericktown, there's rotation directly over your head, although this looks like it's moved past you. So if you're in Fredericktown, and you haven't been hit by a tornado, luckily it looks like this thing's moving past you. But it's heading up towards Perryville. You're almost on the other side of this, but you can see the rotation. There's definitely rotation right here that looks like it's just moved past Fredericktown. It's over it or just past Fredericktown. Which means you're about to be on the safe side of the storm. You want to get on the other side of this. All this out here isn't severe. It's just rain and thunderstorms. Is Knoxville even getting rain? My weather app isn't even calling for rain. No, yeah. We have a high pressure down here to the south, guys. High pressure down here to the south that's holding like this. That's funneling the severe weather to the north, and it's protecting a lot of these states, the Carolinas and eastern Tennessee for the most part. Most of Alabama and Georgia. Oh my gosh. I don't even... There's so many tornado warnings. There's 18 now. I don't know which one to look at. Let's see. Let's go over where we have these tornado warnings again, guys, and then we get back to your question. Jasper, Indiana. Sure, I'll do that in a second. I'll do that first. Jasper, Indiana. All right, let's look at your timing over there in Jasper, Indiana. Let's look at your timing. This is the latest timing. You could have discrete cells moving over at 8 p.m. Eastern, an hour. The main actual squall line that could bring winds, heavy rain is going to probably be closer to 10, 11 p.m. tonight. I would say from 9 through midnight, you're going to want to pay attention there in Jasper. Wow, this thing is super, super impressive with tornadoes right now. 51 alerts. If you're in any of these areas, make sure... check if you're under a tornado. You're probably under a tornado warning, but I would take shelter. Hardman, Tennessee, Chester, Tennessee, Madison, Tennessee, Fayette, Tennessee, Haywood, Tennessee, Marion, Illinois, Marion, Harrison, In Cass, Texas. Fayette, Illinois. Fayette, Tennessee. Hardman, Tennessee. Haywood, Tennessee. Fayette, Illinois. Shelby, Illinois. Effingham, Illinois. Wayne, Missouri. Okay, we have a particularly dangerous situation. Jackson, Arkansas. Independence, Arkansas. Lawrence, Arkansas. Craighead, Arkansas. Particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now. Considerable damage. Tornado observed. Monroe, Arkansas. Arkansas. This one right here. This may be a very strong, potentially big tornado. Here it is. Very good looking couplet over Elmira. This is headed straight towards Holly Grove. Up towards Forest City. Arkansas. Hopefully it doesn't make it that far. This is a PDS. Particularly dangerous situation. Take it seriously. Holly Grove, get in a shelter. Get downstairs in your home. Get into an interior of your home if you have one. That is a PDS. We just got another tornado warning. This is going crazy. Heading right out towards Harrisburg. Look at this thing right here. Look at this couplet. Heading right towards Harrisburg and Truman, Arkansas. We've got a line. We've got about 5-6 tornado warnings in northeastern Arkansas. We've got 3 through southeastern Missouri. We've got 4 through central southern Illinois. We have 1 up here now out to the west of Milwaukee. Sorry, guys. I want to take your questions, but I got to keep people updated on this as it's happening too. Potential tornado on the ground heading out towards Fort Atkinson and Jefferson Lake Mills, Wisconsin. We've also got 2 tornado warnings over here in eastern Tennessee, heading out towards Vivian, Louisiana, and up towards Texarkana. And we've got, we've got like 6 in eastern Arkansas. And we've got 2 in Tennessee as well. Let me see if we have any more PDSs, because PDSs are the most dangerous type. Again, Monroe, Arkansas, Arkansas, get in a safe spot. Cass, Texas, Miller, Arkansas, Madison, Missouri, St. Francois, Missouri, Woodruff, Arkansas, Monroe, Arkansas. All of you should be in a safe spot. Jefferson, Lincoln, Arkansas. Webster, Claiborne, Columbia, Arkansas, Rock and Dane, Wisconsin, Monroe, Prairie, St. Francis, Woodruff, Arkansas, Perry, and Bullinger, Missouri, or Bullinger, and Poinsett, Cross, and Craighead, Arkansas. We have 19 tornado warnings down currently. All right, let me answer some questions again. Lafayette, Indiana. Lafayette. Let's look. You guys should have storms right knocking on your door. But that main squall line looks like it wants to move through between 8 and 9 p.m. And again, you can see the rotation we have. We have strong rotation all the way down from Texarkana right now, all the way up to Indianapolis, basically, latitude-wise. Oh, and we got another tornado warning. Oh my gosh. Eastern Arkansas, guys. And this is all headed out towards Memphis, which is a big population center, which is also a big concern. Small cities are important too, but there's a lot of people who live in Memphis, and this is all headed. This is going to move east. Not each individual cell. This might go PDS as well here. This is a good-looking couplet. This is a good rotation in here, heading straight for Augusta, Arkansas, out towards Fisher. We got another tornado warning. Here we go. Right over Wynn, Parkin, Chairs Valley, east. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Basically 10 tornado warnings in Arkansas right now. I appreciate the shares, the follows, and the subs, guys. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Suzette, L. Will, Meg, Tasha, Xtina, Ali, Sandy, Jasmine. I know I've missed a bunch, guys. I'm sorry if I missed any gifts, but I appreciate you guys. This is going crazy down here. Let me just go to MRMS for a second and take a look at this. We have 21 tornado warnings. Give me literal 2 seconds. Okay, literal 30 seconds, guys. Sorry, guys. Was that more than 30 seconds? Was that more than 30 seconds? I might have lied. I'm sorry. Yes, thank you, Alexis. Chicago, guys. You had a lot. I think Chicago's looking pretty good. You had a lot of rain, cooled air. Okay, we do have another tornado warning up there in we have a tornado warning up there in northwestern Indiana. It's not, the odds of seeing dangerous severe weather in Chicago are pretty far down at this point. You already had a lot of rain, cooled air. A lot of this stuff's moving out to your east. Cresley, I appreciate you. When is Detroit going to get hit bad? We can look at the timing for Detroit again. Just so you guys know, we're talking about 20. Just so you guys know, anyone who's just joined, we're talking about 20 tornado warnings all up and down this line here. We have a lot going on. Make sure you are aware of what's going on in your area. I'm trying to cover everywhere, but I can't cover everywhere at once. Detroit, the latest timing of this event is going to be around. This is my 8. Why am I on the NAM 3? I don't want the NAM 3. Give me the HRRR. And how loaded is the 22Z? We'll use the 22Z. So this is our latest. So Detroit, this main squall line wants to move in between 11 and 12 tonight. 11 and 12 Eastern. But look what happens right before. You get this what we call like a discrete setup where these cells could be spinning through first. So I would say starting at 8 p.m., that's when you want to start paying attention to the skies, paying attention to your weather alerts, because you could get something to spin up before that main squall line comes through. What we're going to see with this main squall line that we're worried about is the potential for large hail and the duratio setup where you could get really powerful winds, 80, 90 mile per hour gusts. 8, Patriot, I appreciate you guys. Lexington, Kentucky. I can look at Adrian, Michigan as well. Adrian, Michigan, and Lexington, Kentucky. Adrian, Michigan. Yeah, your timing there. Your timing there looks you could get this discrete stuff moving through at literally 8 Eastern in an hour. I'd be paying attention from 8 all the way until midnight, because then you get that main squall line moving through between 10 and 11. I agree with Alexis. Identify your safe place, a basement or the most interior room in your home with no windows. Correct. All right, so let's go look down here at Lexington, Kentucky. Let's go back to the 21Z. Still looking like Lexington, Kentucky is going to be around 2 to 4 a.m. And probably large hail and strong winds is going to be the main threat. Not impossible to get a QLCS tornado with this, or even an EF2 type setup. And we hate nocturnals. We hate nocturnal tornadoes. Northwest Ohio and southeastern Michigan, yeah, that timing's similar. Discrete, you could see some dangerous cells moving in at around 8 p.m. with that main squall line moving into and approaching Toledo around 11-12 tonight. Let me double check on some of these tornado warnings. I want to make sure everyone is safe in these areas. This is still a particularly dangerous situation. This could be a very, very strong tornado right here heading towards Holly Grove. Let's take another look at the reflectivity. Look at the shape of these guys. Look, I need to screenshot this. Oh my gosh. And this up here. Oh my gosh. I need to screenshot this. Sorry, I'm nerding out. This one right here. This one right here. Do you see this, guys? Oh my gosh. Hook, 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 hook. This is terrible. This is headed up towards Cherry Hill, Arkansas. Look at this one here. Oh my gosh. Wait, 1 second, guys. I got to send this to Matt. This is ridiculous. Oh my gosh, 1 second. Hold up, guys. Hold up. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Sorry, guys. I'm back. Okay, guys, I'm good. I'm good. I'm sorry. That was something I needed to show him. Sorry. I think he's off right now. Okay. Sorry. Get him back into it. Get him back into it. All right. Wow, these shapes are this is crazy. Again, I need to cover these in Arkansas really quick. Heading up towards Holly Grove, dangerous situation. Dangerous situation. Head up towards Monroe, Palestine, Forest City, Arkansas, Brinkley, Wynn, Cherry Valley. This one looks like it's gonna. This one should be PDS right here. Oh my gosh, dude. This one. I mean, all these could be PDS right here. Look at these CC droplets as well on every single one of them. And you can see some hail in their downdrafts as well. These are all very dangerous. Let me make sure there's not another PDS, and then I'll get back to answering your guys' questions. Monroe, Arkansas, yeah. Everyone, okay, there is another PDS. This one is PDS as well. This looks like it's the tornado about to move through Harrisburg out towards Truman, Arkansas. This one is PDS as well. Particularly dangerous situation. This is crazy looking. So this one right here, guys. Tight couplet. This is a dangerous tornado about to move through Harrisburg, Truman, Caraway. These can be long track as well. Blytheville. This one up here looks really dangerous as well. Maybe that's just because we're in the wrong radar. But this one right here looks like it's getting very dangerous, moving towards Corning, Arkansas, up towards Campbell. Campbell, Missouri. This one looks very dangerous as well up here to the north. This should probably be PDS. Oh my gosh. Got 90 mile per hour in here, 98, so 100. We're reading 101. Give me a second. Over 100 mile per hour red on the velocity, 105. This is a extremely dangerous tornado as well, moving right through Corning, Arkansas. Or did I say that right? Corning, Arkansas, heading straight for Campbell, Missouri, and the surrounding areas. We have at least 3 or 4 EF2 pluses on the ground in Arkansas. Let's take a look at this one as well. This one right here looks like it's developing into something really good as well. Right to the west of DeWitt. This one looks, again, we already have that one in a PDS. This one could go PDS heading towards Cotton Plant, Arkansas. Sorry, guys. There's so many dangerous tornadoes on the ground in eastern Arkansas. We still have all of these that we're worrying about up here. Effingham, this is definitely rotation right here going hopefully just to your south, but that's headed towards Toledo, Illinois, Effingham, Illinois, Casey, Illinois. Again, big line of storms here from really that's headed towards let's talk about this again. Shelbyville, Charleston, all the way down here towards Centralia out east. Tons of rotation. Let's look at this one more time up here in Indiana. We still have some rotation here heading towards North Judson and Knox, Indiana. I don't think this one has... I'm not seeing a ton... We don't have a good radar on this. This doesn't look too damaging, but still Fort Atkinson's, Jefferson, Wisconsin, Oakland, and Cambridge, Wisconsin, I would get in a safe spot. Everyone in eastern Arkansas should be in a safe spot because we have... Every single one of these could go EF2+, and we already have a few. Same with southeastern Missouri. We're seeing very strong tornadoes. You could have some of these that go PDS as well, southeastern Missouri. Cape Gardeau, these are heading out east towards you. They'll be there very soon, and there's rotation up and down that entire line. Let me take a double check on this right to the south of... Oh, my gosh. Jackson, Tennessee, Beach Bluff. This is... Look at all of these. Okay, I'll get back to answering your questions. 1 second. Yeah, Matt, guys, Mezzo Matt literally just texted me. This is a once-in-a-life event. I don't think I've ever seen this many signatures like this. Perfect, tornadic, PDS, SIG-TOR signatures like this all over the place. There's so much instability and energy in the atmosphere. And Cape, I hope you guys understand what we're watching right here. Not to scare anyone. Again, these are going to take up very small paths of land. You're still likely to not see one or miss one, even if you're out ahead of this. Not to scare anyone. I just want you to understand the significance of this event. All right, sorry, guys. I'm going to answer your questions. Guys. Making sure someone's safe. Let's see here. Steph Patriot, appreciate you guys. Frankfort, Illinois. I'll go to Frankfort, Illinois. Yeah, that's just incredible. Take all of these tornado warnings seriously, guys. And we already have a flash. Take all of these tornado warnings seriously. I got you. 1 second. One second. One second. Sorry, guys. All right, Frankfort, Illinois. You guys are probably good. Listen, most of the stuff is out into your southeast now. You guys are looking pretty good for the night. I'd stay weather alert, but most of the severe weather's out into your southeast now. 21 tornado warnings still. Monroe, Arkansas, you are under a particularly dangerous situation. Get somewhere safe. There's probably an EF2 plus in your area. Woodruff, Arkansas, White, Arkansas, Jackson, Arkansas. Baseball size hail. Poinsett, Arkansas, Cross, Arkansas, Craighead, Arkansas. Particularly dangerous situation. EF2 plus tornado. Ping pong ball size hail. Get somewhere safe. I know I forgot what someone said, but that's fine. Indianapolis. I don't know why I'm looking up where Indianapolis. I know where it is. Indianapolis, yeah. I've been over Indianapolis a lot, but I'll show you again timing-wise with this. What's our latest? Do we have the 23, 22Z in? It's good. Every time we get an update to the HRRR, we're going to see a little bit better of what's going to happen. Indianapolis, this is not far away from you guys. 10 p.m., 2.5 hours about, you could be having the main wind, hail, and potentially tornado event going through your area. So this I didn't think this thing could overperform, but this thing's overperforming. Springfield, Ohio. I feel like I'm answering the same questions over and over again. Did we do? Maybe I didn't do Springfield, Ohio. We'll go do it. Springfield, Ohio. Timing. Springfield, Ohio. Worried about a little bit of its discrete action at 10 p.m. So I'd start worrying. 10 p.m. Eastern, I'd start paying attention, but the main squall line, the most damaging potential severe weather, could be moving through between 12 and 1 a.m. I would be paying attention from 10 until about 2, 3 a.m. though, because it's the storm's starting to expand as it gets out to the east. "45 minutes east of Nashville." Yeah, you can see this thing's taking this. That's going to be out there around 5, 6 a.m. It's going to be weakening a little bit as it gets out there, though. Am I okay to pin locations that I'm seeing a bunch in chat? Yeah, Alexis, you can do that. You can do that. Because for me, I keep going to say a location and my chat flies and then I can't see it, so that'll help. Dexter, Missouri. If I could spell Missouri correctly. I always spell it with an O. Dexter, Missouri. Yeah, you guys. Let's go back into our. This is happening for you now. Be ready to get in a safe spot, Dexter, Missouri. You have tornado warnings to your south, to your north, and the main squall line probably 30 to 45 minutes out to your west. Louisville, Kentucky. Our timing is still looking like, and we have, now this is our 22Z of the HRRR. Louisville, Kentucky, our timing is still, now our discrete cell timing, and this could be more dangerous than the actual QLCS line here. So 9 p.m. 9 p.m. is when I'd want to pay attention to the skies around Louisville. And then the biggest wind and hail event could be moving in at around midnight. So I would say 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. You're going to have some cells, some thunderstorms out ahead of the main squall line. That's why I'm saying it could last for so long. If you get this setup moving up through your region out ahead of this squall line, this is a lot of time we have to wait for the main severe weather to be over. We're getting more and more tornado warnings out here, and I want to keep covering them. Let me go through this quickly again so you guys understand all the tornado warnings we have down right now, especially our PDS tornado warnings. Let me just run through here really quickly. Everyone needs to know what's going on. Hardman, Tennessee, Fayette, Tennessee, radar indicated tornado. Shelby, Illinois, Effingham, Illinois, radar indicated tornado. Wayne, Missouri, tornado. Jackson, Arkansas, Independence, Arkansas, Lawrence, and Craighead, Arkansas. Per PDS tornado, meaning we could have an EF2 plus. Monroe and Arkansas, Woodruff, Arkansas, Jasper, Indiana, Marion, Illinois, St. Francis, Arkansas, Monroe, Prairie, and Woodruff, Arkansas. Prairie and Bollinger, Missouri. We have baseball size hail, Woodruff, Arkansas, White, and Jackson, Arkansas. That could be associated. There's probably a tornado in there as well. The bigger hail you have, typically the stronger updrafts, you have a bigger tornado you can have. Cross, Arkansas, Poinsett, Arkansas. Clay, Illinois, Effingham, Illinois. Pulaski, Indiana, Stark, Indiana. Effingham, Illinois. PDS. This could be an EF2 plus. Poinsett, Arkansas, Cross, Arkansas, Craighead, Arkansas. PDS tornado. Cape Girardeau. I'm just gonna guess. Scott, Missouri, Bollinger, Missouri, Stoddard, Missouri, and Wayne, Missouri. This could be an EF2, EF3 plus. Get in a safe spot. Perry, Missouri. Marion, Texas, Cass, Texas, Lafayette, Arkansas, Miller, Arkansas, Bossier, Louisiana, and Caddo, Louisiana. Randolph, Illinois, Perry, Missouri, and last but not least, Clay, Arkansas, Dunklin, Missouri, Butler, Missouri, and Greene, Arkansas. But we have a PDS in and around Cape Girardeau, Scott, Missouri, Bollinger, Stoddard, Wayne, Missouri. That's a PDS. Cross, Poinsett, and Craighead, Arkansas, PDS tornado. We could have a PDS tornado, Woodruff, Arkansas, White, Arkansas, Jackson, Arkansas, and then another PDS tornado, Monroe, and Arkansas. PDS, particularly dangerous situation. They label what looks like the worst tornadoes in those areas, and we're already getting flash flooding back here in Arkansas behind these tornado warnings as well. Yeah, it is a little bit of an insane night. I agree, Sophie. At the moment, I'll try my best, Sophie. When will this reach Philly, and how strong will it be? This is not really going to affect Philly. Not really going to affect Philly too bad. Bloomington, Indiana. Yeah. Bloomington, Indiana. Let's take a look at our HRRR timing here. I appreciate anyone who's followed, anyone who's subbed, you guys just being here, anyone who's gifted. Thank you guys. Like I said, if you're new here, I post every day and I stream every night. I won't be able to stream all night tonight. Matt's going to get back on later, and I might transfer you guys back over to him. I got an early morning tomorrow, but I am going to be on here for a while longer. So, Bloomington, Indiana. But I'm going to try to get you guys as updated as I can while I'm here. Bloomington, Indiana. Again, we could see a discrete setup starting at around 9 p.m. tonight. So I'd start not worrying, but I'd start watching. That's where I was looking for at around 9 p.m. And then really, you could be seeing severe weather all the way until 12. Again, because there's just thunderstorms and cells out ahead of our main. This isn't completely consolidated yet. Hopkinsville, Kentucky. Let's look at our timing with the latest HRRR for you guys. So, again, we're watching right now. We're watching cells move into Hopkinsville. I would say from right now, about 30 minutes from now, all the way until, and then that main squall line, strong winds and large hail, maybe moving in at 12 to 1 a.m. So you're not really done with this event, Hopkinsville, until potentially, almost 1 a.m. Central Time. Almost 1 a.m. Central Time. You could still be thunderstorming around that time, but likely you won't be dealing with anything too severe. Let me just double check these down here. These insane looking storms. Look at this. Look at the spin up. Look at the spin up of these. It's just insane looking. Let me go into the velocity here. There it is. Really, really, really dangerous couplet about to move through Cherry Valley. Please be in a safe spot in Cherry Valley. Very dangerous couplet that's about to move through just to the north of Truman. It's going straight towards Lake City, Black Oak, and Monette. Please be in a safe spot. This is not a joke. Arkansas. This is a dangerous tornado here. This isn't observed. It might go PDS. This is a dangerous tornado here. So please be in a safe spot. You can see, look at this rotation on here, guys. You can see it spinning right here. It's about to go over Bay and Lake City. It's going over Lake City and Leechville, most likely. All of these down here. All of these down here are very dangerous. Oh, my God. This one in Jackson looks like it's trying to wane off. 1 second. This thing could retouch down, though, in southeastern Jackson. Let me just take another look at these. Lafayette, Indiana. I got you. 1 second. Tons of rotation up and down this line still, guys. Lafayette. Indiana. Man, this stuff is close to you guys. So, I mean, I'd say an hour. An hour. Get ready. We are seeing some more severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings popping up here. So, we could see this banding, especially down here to your southwest, looks really impressive. And that is moving, if you can tell, up into the northeast. So, that might try to interact with you guys. Sorry, guys. So, I mean, timing of the latest HRRR, it's knocking on your door. I mean, it's here, basically. It's close. Pushing through right at, yeah, right around 8, maybe 30 minutes. 30 minutes to an hour. Did you already talk about Cincinnati, Ohio? What to expect? Yeah, we can go over that again real quickly. Cincinnati, Ohio. More severe thunderstorm warnings are up. Cincinnati, Ohio. Looks like you might get some. You could get some discrete setup moving in around. We'll say 10, 11 p.m. tonight. The main severe weather looks to potentially start, though, closer to midnight, and we could be watching for severe weather all the way until about 2, 3 in the morning. So I would say 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. I know that's a long range, but again, like I said, some of these discrete cells have been popping up ahead of the squall line, and it's hard to tell where they're going. So, but the main squall line looks like it's moving through at or around 1 a.m., and this is when we could get very strong winds associated with it and potentially large dangerous hail. More tornado warnings. Shocker. We've got 25 tornado warnings going on at the same time right now. 25. This tornado warning's for DuQuoin, Christopher, Benton, West Frankfort, Zinger, Spring Garden, everyone in between in southern Illinois. This is a massive, look at these tornado warnings, guys. All up and down southern central Illinois, southern Illinois, down through southeastern Missouri, all the way down through to central eastern Arkansas. And then we've got, here we go, tornado warning extension, like I said, might happen just to the south. This thing is trying to get itself back together. Right here, just to the south of Jackson, Tennessee. It's going to skirt just to your southeast potentially, but it could go over. It could go over the eastern portion, southeastern portion of the town, which is what I'm worried about. This looks to be our hail and possible debris field. So this is headed straight towards Beach Bluff, Tennessee, Lexington, Tennessee, Rock Springs, Clarksburg. We're going to have that pretty close to you guys. Do we have any more PDSs on here? These are the same PDS tornadoes we had. Okay. Okay. Yali, what's going on? You got some stuff happening. Just to your southeast. Let's get back up here. Observed, considerable. To anyone who wasn't in here earlier, all of these are perfectly shaped reflectivities for SIGTORs. It's an extremely, one of the most impressive, maybe the most impressive look I've ever seen on radars for a tornado outbreak. Maybe the most impressive I've ever seen. 25 tornado warnings. 22 tornado warnings right now. Arthur, appreciate you. Kuka, no, you're fine. East Tennessee. Yeah, you guys should be pretty good in East Tennessee. What are they called? The warning. He's almost home now. Yeah, that's good. That's good. It hasn't looked. This one hasn't looked the scariest. It's a little bit messy, but there's rotation right here. It's moving just to the north of Vivian, Louisiana. It's about to. What's going on, Riley? I'm on stream. Did you cut your hair? What'd you do? Oh, it looks nice. All right, I'll call you back in a little bit on stream. Okay. Yeah, Fort Wayne, Indiana. We've talked a lot about that. Timing for you guys, though. We can talk about timing for tonight. This tornado warning's holding up here, heading straight towards South Bend, by the way. Headed up straight towards South Bend. We can see the rotation in there, moving just to the north of Knox, looks like, or right through Knox. It's very close. Let's take a look at our reflectivity. There it is. Pretty tight couplet right there. It's about to move to the north of Knox, towards Walkerton, North Liberty, and then right up towards South Bend and Mishawaka. Someone help me. But that's moving right up there. That's definitely, that looks to be rotation on the ground, not just in the clouds. So I would take that pretty seriously as well. Get in a safe spot. There's this one right to its south as well, which you can see rotation on the reflectivity. Not as good as a couplet there, but let me go back through some of these. This was our PDS here, which just got pulled off, I think, which is good. Means we could have a weakening tornado still heading straight towards Cape Girardeau. I think I'm saying that right. Get into a safe spot. Another tornado warning right here. Walnut Ridge heading up to the northeast towards Corning. I think this tornado warning out in Corning got extended. This, to me, looks like it is. There it is. It's on the ground, about to head right. It's heading right towards Malden and Campbell, Missouri. Get in a safe spot. Bernie, Missouri. Get in a safe spot. That looks powerful. This one right here about to head through Lake City, Arkansas. Get in a safe spot. Leechville, Arkansas. Get in a safe spot. That one looks powerful. Decent one heading up towards Wind and Cherry Hill. Another decent looking couplet in there. They're just all over the place. Baseball size hail in here. This might be our tornado signature right in there. And this is headed up towards Fisher and this place. This place, Arkansas. Can you guys read that for me? Wait, Remington, Indiana seems to be getting hit hard. Remington, Indiana. Yeah, sure, we'll look at that. Could you guys read that? Remington, Indiana. Yeah, I heard from them a little bit. Remington, Indiana. Yeah, you guys are fortunately not where the most rotation is. You guys, if you guys are probably going to escape without a tornado, because you're already past our main boundary. There's a little bit of rotation in here, but on the backside of this is stability in the atmosphere. So looking pretty good right now. JR Homecook K. Tim Groom, I appreciate you. I need to give me a second, guys. My allergies are acting up. I need to blow my nose and I need to get a glass of water because I'm talking so much and my throat's getting dry. My throat's getting a little dry. So give me half a second. I know everyone's asking about Ohio. I've gone over Ohio 50 times. You guys have to understand, a lot of people who haven't been in here for a while don't understand that I've gone over each state a lot of times. I have to keep going through the states. I've talked about Columbus. I've talked about Cincinnati. I've talked about Cleveland. I've talked about Toledo. I've talked about Dayton. Someone asked about Springfield. You guys, okay? So I'm going to just get a glass of water, and I'm going to keep answering your questions. I'll go back to Ohio if you want me to, but I'm not skipping states. I'm just doing them as quick as I can. Hey, guys. Goshen, Indiana. You guys have a tornado warning out to your west. That doesn't look to affect you. But I would say conditions are going to go downhill within an hour, hour and a half, where you could see some strong winds and hail. That main squall boundary is going to want to head through. Observed considerable damage. Tornado warning. Just extend it. Particularly dangerous situation. Head it straight towards Steele, Missouri, and Blytheville, Arkansas, Manila, Arkansas. This thing looks like a beast. About to head straight through Lake City, guys. This is no joke. This is no joke, guys. This is about to head through Lake City, Black Oak, Monette, Leechville, Manila, Gosnell, Holland, Steele. Guys, this is very dangerous, this tornado right here. Particularly dangerous situation. This is going to spin up too. We got lime-size hail down here. Oh my gosh, guys. Okay, since Little Rock actually looks like it's probably most stuff is out to the east of Little Rock now. I'm getting back to your questions. Let me just make sure that I don't see any more PDS tornadoes down here that I need to talk about. Points at Arkansas, Craighead, Arkansas, PDS. Because there's too many to talk about. Mississippi, Arkansas, Dunklin, Missouri, Craighead, and yeah, this is our other PDS. All right, so that's our PDS there. Let me double check on our other PDS up here to the north. And then we got this PDS as well that's about to go straight through Truman, Arkansas. This one right here about to go straight through Truman and Caraway. Harrisburg. So much going on. Guys, for everyone up in Ohio, let's take a look at the latest HRRR and let's take a look at our timing. The official, I appreciate that. Thanks for being in here with me, guys, tonight. I appreciate the follows. I've almost gotten 1,000 follows tonight. That is actually wild. I appreciate you guys. Here we go with the timing for Ohio. Starting to push into the Ohio-Indiana border at right around 10 p.m. Eastern. And then moving in towards, we could get a discrete, meaning some dangerous isolated cells moving through around Cincinnati, Dayton, Lima, Toledo. That could happen at around 11 p.m. That, to me, is a concerning tornado risk at around 11 p.m. Eastern. As we move out towards 12 and 1 a.m., 12 to 1 a.m., we're pushing through Cincinnati and Columbus with our strongest squall line. This is the thing that's going to be associated with those really, really strong winds. This is where you could get, like a derecho. Extended periods of 70, 80 mile per hour gusts. It's not guaranteed, but this is that's why you're in a hatched wind for that. And then moving out towards eastern Ohio, that's going to be more 3, 4 a.m. Hopefully the storm's losing a little bit of strength as it approaches Cleveland, down to Akron, Lancaster, all the way down to Portsmouth, and out towards Parkersburg. Portsmouth, maybe. But that's kind of your timing there. Lexington, Kentucky, that's your timing too, around 3 a.m. That main squall line approaching Maysville as well. Cincinnati, really 12 to 1, that main squall line wants to push right through you guys, but you could see something as early as 11. Louisville, you could get some isolated cells as early as 9, 10, and then with that main wind event moving in at around 12. Madisonville, Hopkinsonville, Bowling Green, we're talking about 2 a.m. Hopkinsonville, Clarksville, we're talking closer to 11 to 1 a.m. Owensboro, we're talking around 11 p.m. Oh my gosh, what do we have here? Tornado? Oh no, dude. We have a tornado emergency, guys. These are extremely, extremely, extremely rare. These are extremely dangerous. Lake City, Manila, Gosnell, Steele. We could have an EF3, EF4. I don't want to say anything else. More on the ground. Get in a safe spot. Leechville, Monette, Lake City, Manila, Gosnell, Holland, Steele. We have a tornado emergency. Tornado emergency, guys. I'm trying to get to the single site radar. And it's crashing right now. Give me a second. Radar Omega's crashing right now. Let me reopen it. What a time to crash. Radar Omega's down. It's literally crashed, guys. I'll open a different one. Give me a second. It's loading. We're good. It's loaded. Oh my gosh. Radar Omega are going to crash when there's a tornado emergency. Okay. Everyone is clicking on this. That's the problem. It won't let us click in. Here, let's go to... Look at this, guys. Lake City. This is an extremely large, powerful tornado. Moving through Poplar Ridge, Black Oak, Monette, Leechville, Poplar Corner, Buckeye. Guys, this is very dangerous. This could end up being long track. I'm looking out here towards Cartersville, if that's how you pronounce it. We'll see if this gets all the way out towards Union City, Tennessee. Please get in a safe spot. This is much worse than a warning. This means you can see what they're saying right now. Damage threat, catastrophic. This is observed as well. Okay. Impact. You're in a life-threatening situation. Flying debris may be deadly. Those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be destroyed. Considerable damage to homes, businesses, and vehicles is likely, and complete destruction is possible. Please. Blytheville, get out of the way. Get into a safe spot with this thing. This is in Arkansas, guys. And I hate to say it, but there's a potential for another one of these to happen because we have so much rotation. Look at this thing up here rotating out towards Malden. I'm concerned about all these. Oh my gosh. More observed tornado. This is an extremely... this looks like an extremely powerful tornado about to go through Cape Girardeau. This is a very good looking tornado that's about to go through Cape Girardeau. Look at this couplet, guys. Cape Girardeau, take shelter right now. Scott City, take shelter right now. It's not a joke. These are damaging. These are strong damaging tornadoes. Large, strong, damaging tornadoes. Mark Tree, Lepanto. I mean, this could be, guys, I don't even want to imagine what's on the ground right there. That is a gigantic, powerful tornado. Oh my gosh. Leechville. Everyone in this tornado emergency. Mississippi, Arkansas. Dunklin, Missouri. Craighead, Arkansas. Pemiscot, Missouri. Please. Everyone needs to know what's happening there. Oh my God. Are there storm chasers on the ground here? 1 second, guys. 1 second. Are there storm chasers on the ground here? There are. There's storm chasers on top of this thing.
At Brandon?
Yeah. It is right there.
One second, guys. 1 second, guys. 1 second, chat. I just want to see if they have a visual on this. This is the type of situation. A tornado emergency can take a lot of lives, okay? Again, Monette, Black Oak, Leechville, Hornersville, guys, Steele, Cartersville, Blytheville. If you know anyone in or around this area, please call them too. Make sure they're paying attention to this.
Storms to the south.
They're looking out towards it. They can't see it there, but it's in there. It looks like it might be rain wrapped in there. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, I'm going to keep taking your questions, guys, but just make sure you know what's going on there. Dunklin, Missouri, Craighead, Arkansas, Pemiscot, Missouri, Mississippi, Arkansas. That's a tornado emergency. That is an extremely dangerous situation. Points at Arkansas, Craighead. You're still under a PDS tornado, EF2+. Scott, Missouri, Cape Girardeau, Missouri, Alexander, Illinois, Union, Illinois, Stoddard, Missouri. This could go tornado emergency. I'm worried about this one as well. Considerable damage threat that is observed as well. This tornado emergency, we read it. Damage threat catastrophic. They said for some areas it will be complete destruction. You need to take that seriously. Okay, we only have that one other PDS right now. That's good. Or 2 PDSs, actually. Points at Arkansas, Craighead, and then Scott, Missouri, Stoddard, Cape Girardeau, Alexander, Illinois, Union, Illinois, and then the tornado emergency. Craighead, Arkansas, Scott, Missouri, Duncan, Missouri, Mississippi. Okay. All right. Memphis. Yes, notice these are all out to your west. Memphis needs to be prepared. These are all out to your west. These are heading straight east. Memphis needs to be prepared. I appreciate anyone who's gifted. I'm sorry I'm not reading them. Well, I'm seeing them. I'm just not responding to them quickly because I'm going over all this stuff. But I appreciate you guys. We have... Let me see if I can get this to load. There's too many people in here right now. It's not loading. He's looking for it. So the sun's still up over there. Interesting. Oh, that makes sense, duh. Yes, Memphis, Tennessee. We have tornado warnings to your southwest. This thing has a very good look to it. We're having a little bit of issue with these radars because there's 1,000 people using Radar Omega right now, but that's okay. We've got a good rotation in here heading up towards Forest City and Mariana, Arkansas, and this could come very close. This could come very close to Memphis. I would be watching your alerts, watching what's going on. There's very strong rotation in all of these storms. We're expecting more storms to form off here to the southwest. We still have these tornado warnings down to the south of Texarkana as well. Moving up towards Stamps in Louisville, Waldo, Willisville, Arkansas. All these tornadoes up here as well. Terre Haute, however you pronounce that, guys. Get in a safe spot. Marshall, Paris, Illinois. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's pull this up. This is an observed tornado as well. It's the Radar Omega is running slow. Okay, here we go. Let's get into our velocity. This does look decent. This is more of a QLCS setup, but this is heading towards Robinson, Illinois. There's a lot of rotation in that as well. Let me just see if I can get one more visual, and then I'll go back to answering questions. I really want to see if I have a visual. It's rain wrapped in there somewhere. They're having trouble getting a visual of it. But it's very clear to see on the radar. It is very clear to see on the radar that this is an extremely destructive tornado. That is why we are under tornado emergency. Leachville, it's about to head right over your heads. Yeah. Bloomington, Indiana? Sure. Bloomington, Indiana. Let's look at our timing up here. Bloomington, Indiana. Let's look at our timing. Sorry guys, Radar Omega is just bugging out right now. Like I said, I like that everyone's using it, but I also don't because now they don't have service to support this. Bloomington, you could have some discrete cells moving in as early as between 9 and 10 p.m. Eastern. And that main squall line looks like it wants to move in between 10 and 11 p.m. Eastern. So I would say we're watching out really from 9 to 12 for you guys. Could still be thunderstorming after 12, but the most severe stuff would look to be out. We've got another tornado warning. I haven't seen this one yet. And this one is moving up towards Shantytown, El Dorado, Harrisburg, Eddyville. Definitely some interesting rotation in this. You can see the reflectivity doing some weird stuff. Radar Omega's lagging out a little bit. We got a new extended PDS over Cape Girardeau. This thing could be an EF2, EF3 heading straight over Cape Girardeau, which looks like a pretty big, decently large town in southeastern Missouri. This is a very good tornado signature. So take shelter right now if you're in Cape Girardeau or the surrounding areas. Take shelter right now. There's good rotation on this. And I'm sorry that this is taking a little while. There's a lot going on. It's not just all the people on here. I think it's all the tornadoes. We have 25 tornado warnings, 23 severe thunderstorm warnings, tornado emergency, and 8 flash flood warnings. Cape Girardeau, take shelter right now. Blytheville, Steele, Cartersville, Missouri, and it's Blytheville, Arkansas. Take shelter right now. I would take shelter as well if you're up in Truman, Arkansas. That one does not look very nice. If I can get the reflectivity to work on these and stop pausing, this one could be pretty mean. Forest City, I would take shelter there as well in the surrounding areas. Mark Tree, Lepanto, I would take shelter there. Harrisburg, Arkansas, I would take shelter there. That tornado does look pretty mean. This one has a pretty decent look to it. I would take shelter if I was up in Brewston, Camden, Huntington, Clarksburg, Tennessee, Lexington. This looks to move just to your northwest, but out of precaution, I'd probably be in a safe spot right now. Campbell, Malden, Missouri. We've got some good rotation there. And then Paris, Marshall, Illinois, as well as Robinson, Palestine, Illinois. We've got a new tornado warning up here to the north. Let's take a look at this, guys. Argos, moving through Argos, Indiana. Let's take a look at our velocities. Yeah, look at that. There it is. There's the rotation. This one might actually be on the surface. Moving through Argo, Indiana, heading out towards Berman, Indiana, Etna Green, Indiana. I would take shelter there. You can actually see that rotation there. So we may have something decent on the ground up there. Just to the north of Walnut, just to the south of Napanee. And then we still have this tornado warning up here. I think it's going to expire, but let's take a look at the velocities just in case. Still a little rotation in here. So Mishawaka, South Bend, be in a safe spot. You don't have a basement. Yeah, well, Detroit, you're doing pretty good right now. Your tornado chances are pretty low, not impossible, but strong winds and hail is more of a possibility. Let's retake a look at this little cell we got up here in Wisconsin. You know, sorry, this is we've got big lag on Radar Omega right now. We've got big lag on Radar Omega right now. See if I can get the velocities up for you guys. I can tell you right now, this is probably going to expire. So we'll likely not see a tornado out towards Beaver Dam, Otsego, Wisconsin. But stay up to date. We're not getting any sort of feedback here from Radar Omega on that. So it's probably just going to be some hail, strong winds. Take another look at our tornado emergency. 1 second, guys. Should the Columbus, Indiana area be concerned? Columbus, I know where Columbus, Ohio is. Where's Columbus, Indiana? I'd pay attention tonight. You have a chance for strong tornadoes, large hail, and wind. So I'd have alerts on as we get into the late night hours here. Let's look at this velocity. Let me get back to the velocity on this. Come on, give me the velocity, please. There it is. Okay, it looks like it may be losing a little steam. I really hope so. I really hope so. I can't even get a high-res velocity in here. I don't know if it's because some of the radars are down. This still looks really strong, though. Heading out towards Hornersville. Steele and Cartersville. Still looks really strong. This one looks really strong as well, heading up to the north of Lepanto. We've got a good signature here, right about to go into Forest City. We've got good rotation on this again, heading up towards Clarksburg and Brewston, Camden, and New Jacksonville, Tennessee. And yeah, for Memphis, Indiana. One second, guys. There's all sorts of issues going on with Radar Omega right now. It's because there's probably a lot of people on it. I can't even load an HRRR. Let me close out and reopen it. One second, guys. I'm trying to get it reopened for you. They really have to fix this. They've been getting tons of complaints about this. I know that they have enough money to hire a software engineering team to give them some more server capacity on this. I'm trying to get it back open. Give me a second. It's crashed again. There we go. Ay, ay, ay. This is a bad day to do this, Radar Omega. We have 30 tornadoes on the ground. Let's see if we'll get anything loading from the HRRR. Nothing's working. Give me a second. Let's go back to our MRMS. Perfect. At least we have something loaded. There's our model. Okay, here we go, guys. This is our 23Z. Let's go back to our 22Z. Columbus, Indiana. Columbus, Indiana. Discrete cells potentially moving through as early as 9 p.m. in an hour. So, but the main squall line, which could potentially be the most damaging, we're looking at 11, 12, 1 a.m. For you guys. Another tornado warning. Northeastern Arkansas. Everyone needs to be in a shelter in northeastern or in a safe place in northeastern Arkansas. We now have a tornado warning heading straight towards Bowling Green. Is anyone in this chat in Bowling Green? Anyone in this chat in Bowling Green? All right, well, pay attention to this. I see some me's. Pay attention to this. There is a little bit of rotation in here. You can see this. Doesn't look too crazy yet. Let's take a look at the reflectivity. If Radar Omega will allow me to. You see how we're getting these shapes again out here? These really dangerous looking shapes. These are what can produce sigtors. So one of these is heading up towards Bowling Green. Looks like it may, the direction it's going past out, just go through eastern, but I don't know. But this thing has a lot of nice inflow, rear flanking downdraft, and this could actually put a tornado on the ground right before it goes through Bowling Green. So get in a safe spot if you're in Bowling Green right now. I'm sure you saw our tornado emergency. It's huge. Yeah, it could have been more, dude. Could have been 2 miles wide. It was gigantic. Okay. 20 tornado warnings right now. 1 tornado emergency. Yeah, things are getting close to you guys. There's a line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tornadoes just out to the west of Kentucky. Or tornado warnings just out to the west of Kentucky. Yeah, let's take a look at this. Let me look for you 1 second. Radar Omega is absolutely like just freezing. Yeah. Let me see here real quick. You've got, man, you know, there's this pocket of thunderstorms out to the east of your main squall line that's producing a decent amount of tornadoes. There's a tornado warning right now for Bowling Green, and it looks like, and it's that ominous shape of all those cells heading up towards Bowling Green. Yes, there are. Yes. Yes. You know, the area in northeastern Arkansas is going to be heading up where we have like 10 tornado warnings right up and down the boundary. That's going to be heading into western Kentucky here within probably 30 minutes to an hour. And so that's probably what we're going to have to keep an eye on for you. Yeah, dude, I don't love this for you because this is a lot. Yeah. All right. I'll keep updated with you. All right, bye. This is Radar Omega. Yeah, it was Matt. News stations are warning again that if you are not underground with that emergency, that you'll be injured. Yes. Yes. I think they lifted the emergency because it was weakening a little bit. It's still a PDS, but even a PDS, if you're not underground, you have a chance of being injured. This is still probably an EF2 heading up towards Kennett, Missouri. All of these. I mean, this one right here heading up towards Manila and Blytheville. That could be an EF2. I think that was our one that was a tornado emergency, but all of these are looking pretty dangerous. This Bowling Green one has me concerned because of simply the shape that we're getting on the reflectivity up here. We don't love those shaped cells. Look at this, guys. Look at all of this rotation. Look at these velocities. You see the way those are shaped? When you get these like this, these things want to produce tornadoes. This is moving out to the southeast of Hopkinsville. Mezzo, I appreciate you. So here's what we got going on. This pocket right here, and this is what was being suggested, is definitely looking like we need to watch everywhere. We're getting very, very ominous looking, like I said, cell formations out here to the east. We have that kind of hook look that's happening down here, just to the northeast of Jackson, Tennessee. These are starting to look ominous to me as well here, and these are all in general heading out in this direction. So Owensboro, Evansville, Louisville may be spared for a little bit because we do have a little bit of a dry pocket in here. But I guess we'll see for how long, and we'll see how these hold. But we have, let's get back down here. Here we go. So again, and forgive me, Radar Omega is moving a little bit slowly, so it's taking me a second to pull some things up right now, guys. But you can see, this isn't something we love to see. This type of formation on these cells. You've got really good inflow, and you've got a lot of shear. I've never seen so many tornado warnings stacked on top of each other here, and they're all observed. Let's take a look at this really quickly, and then I'm getting to your guys' questions. This one down here, about to move through Forest City. I would take this very seriously. We've got again, look at these 1, 2, 3. These could all end up dropping a tornado here as well. This one looks very dangerous, about to head through Kennett, Missouri. We can see the rotation up there through Bernie, Missouri. Clear rotation right here, about to head through Manila and Blytheville. Man. I hope this dry pocket holds for a long time. And you can see, there we go. Let's take a look at this one. This is an ominous looking one right here as well. Let's take a look at the velocities. You can tell all of these shapes, just a ridiculous amount of helicity and shear down here. It's off the charts. Hail or possibly debris signature right there, as well as right there, as well as right there. All right, let me get to chat. Let me answer some questions. Sorry, there's a lot going on here, guys. There's a lot going on. A lot of these are observed as well, so we really need to pay attention, I think, to these 1, 2, 3, and potentially 4. We're starting to see some cells forming in this dry pocket here, heading up towards the Evansville, Owensboro area. So we'll pay attention to these, because I think this might be kind of our next initiation right through here. Okay, guys. Oxford, Ohio. Oh, you guys are right out there to the west. Let's see if it lets me even pull up the HRRR right now. Oxford, Ohio, latest timing. Let's go to our 22Z. Things could start going downhill for you as early as 10 p.m. Eastern. That main squall line, probably strongest winds and most likely timing for big hail is going to come around 12 to 1 a.m. So I'd say 9 to 1 a.m. Eastern. Watch out up there. Evansville. Yeah, we kind of talked about that, Evansville, and you can see what the HRRR is doing here. Kind of just what I talked about. It's expecting this discrete mode. Matt, I don't know if you're still in here, but it's expecting kind of what I said for those storms to begin to fill this pocket here. Out ahead of our squall, of our main QLCS setup out here to the west. It's expecting this to fill that pocket moving up into the northeast. You know, that's a big concern right there. So, and that timing with the latest HRRR is about, I guess this is kind of off, though, with the timing, if I'm being honest. Because it expected that earlier on. Because that would be 8 p.m., 9. I think we need to watch out over the next hour for storms to fill that void there. Extended tornado warnings. Let me quickly go over these. We have a PDS, Dunklin, Missouri, Clay, Arkansas, Green, Arkansas, Craighead, Arkansas, Pemiscot, Missouri, Mississippi, Arkansas. We have a PDS, Cape Girardeau, Missouri, Union, Illinois, Alexander, Illinois, Scott, Missouri. We have a PDS, particularly dangerous situation, strong tornado, Mississippi, Arkansas, Dunklin, Missouri, Pemiscot, Missouri, Craighead, Arkansas, St. Francis, Arkansas, Lee, Arkansas. We have lots of PDSs. We have tornado warnings all over the place. Observed tornado near Cross, Arkansas, St. Francis, Arkansas. We have an observed Butler, Missouri, Dunklin, Stoddard, Missouri. We have radar indicated tornado, Carroll, Tennessee, Madison, Henderson, Decatur, Benton, Tennessee, and Henry, Tennessee. Franklin, Perry, Williamson, Jefferson, Jackson, Illinois, Jasper, Illinois, Woodruff, Arkansas, White, Arkansas, Prairie, Arkansas, Jefferson, Illinois, Pope, Hardin, Saline, Gallatin, Illinois. We also have observed tornado points at Arkansas, Mississippi, Arkansas, Craighead, Arkansas, Clark, Illinois, Edgar, Illinois, Marion, Illinois, Marshall, Indiana. I don't know how to pronounce that, Indiana. Kosciuszko, someone help me there. Simpson, Kentucky, Warren, Kentucky, tornado warning. We have some in Kentucky. Lafayette, Arkansas, Miller, Columbia, Bossier, Caddo, Louisiana. And then we have Sodar, Missouri, New Madrid, Missouri, points at Arkansas, Cross. Okay, they're all over the place, guys. You get the point. I think I've pretty much named all of them. Northeastern, Eastern Arkansas, they're everywhere. Memphis, get ready. You're up next. And I don't say that to sound scary, but they're everywhere. There's a tornado everywhere here. Not literally everywhere, guys. You know what I mean. Tornadoes aren't 45 miles wide, but there's tornado warnings everywhere here. So, you know, there's going to be a lot of people out here ahead of this line that don't see a tornado. The majority of you won't, but you need to prepare like you're going to just to be safe. It's better to be safe than to be sorry. I'll go over Fort Wayne in a second. Did they get an image of this? Let me just see. Oh, look at this, guys. He's where the tornado went over, I think. Look at that. That's sad. Tornado emergency. Look at these trees down. Homes. Oh, that's terrible. He's helping people. That's good. That's good. That is good. He's out there helping people. Let's see what's going on out here. Okay. Okay.
We probably should.
Ominous clouds. But yeah, Memphis, get ready. Memphis, get ready. I would say Evansville, get ready. These storms are pushing out towards Evansville. These are going to be just to the west of Owensboro. I do see these storms down here filling this pocket and moving up towards Owensboro. So we need to prepare for that. Paducah, get ready. This is about to move through. Fort Wayne, we're not very far. We have a little bit of a discrete action happening out here. You're still a couple hours away from the main squall line, though, the way this is moving. Indianapolis, a couple hours away from this main squall line moving through as well. Shawneetown, El Dorado, Harrisburg, Indiana, getting a safe spot. Sykeston and Charleston, Missouri, getting a safe spot. Cape Girardeau, I hope this is already over you, but Cape Girardeau, Jonesboro, and that's southern Illinois. All of these areas up here. Louisville, Illinois, Fairfield, McLeansboro, everyone in between getting a safe spot. Every single person in eastern, central, towards east, central to northern Arkansas should be take cover. Should take cover. For city. Are there any in Hudson, Ohio? Let's go take a look. I don't think things are out there right now, but I don't think things are out there right now. Go out to Hudson, Ohio. Let's look at your timing. One, 2, 3, 4. We're watching 1 to 4 a.m. for you guys out there. You've got a little bit of time. Dayton, Ohio. I appreciate the follow, subs, gifts, just being in here, guys. Thank you, and thank you for trusting me with this. I can't be on terribly much longer. I have to get up early, and I have like stuff going on. I might get off for a little bit and then get on a little bit later tonight. I do have to get off just for a little bit, but I'll answer some more questions here. Let's see what's going on. Dayton, again, you could have some isolated severe thunderstorms moving in. As early as 10 p.m., I'd start watching that as early as 10 p.m., but that main potentially dangerous squall line could be moving over between 12 and 2 a.m. Princeton, Kentucky. Princeton, Kentucky. You are looking now. This main, QLCS event, this thing, although usually we don't see stronger than EF1s in this thing's producing tornado emergencies right now, so we really need to still pay attention. This timing is, let's call it between 10 p.m. and midnight. That'd be Western, so let's call it 9 p.m. Central to 11 p.m. Central. There are some potential isolated severe thunderstorms that can move in before, so that's what we have to keep a watch on. You've got these storms just out to your west right now. We're starting to see this dry pocket down here start to get filled up, where we see Owensboro, Madisonville, Princeton. We're starting to see this starting to get filled up. Murray and Mayfield, Kentucky. Oh my gosh, this is a Union, Illinois. Get in a safe spot if you're in and around that area. Mississippi, Arkansas, Dunklin, Missouri. Pembascott, Missouri, Craighead, Arkansas. Guys, I can't go over every tornado warning because there's so many. But you guys see where these are. I'm trying to, and every now and then I do go through the whole list. You have an image of Arkansas's tornado? Shoot, I want to see that. Another severe thunderstorm warning here. Yeah, this squall line this squall line has extremely strong winds as well. Let's get back into our reflectivity just to look at this. Memphis, Tennessee. Guys, look at the shapes on these. Forest City. I'm hoping this stuff stays to the north of Memphis, but we'll see what happens down there. Man. Jeffersonville, Indiana. Yeah, Jeffersonville, Indiana timing. Let's take a look at you guys. Hello, where did it take you? Oh, there. Oh, that's Louisville. Oh, are you guys like? Oh, Louisville. So Louisville, as you guys call it, Louisville. Not Louisville. Yeah, I mean, you start paying attention around 9 p.m. Eastern. But that main squall line wants to move through around midnight, 1 a.m. for you guys Eastern. So 11 to 12 Central. 11 to 12 Central. Still got a tornado warning up here. Let's take another look at this. This thing has been holding for a while. Decent velocities. I don't see anything. I don't see like a rotation or a good CC droplet here. Impressive winds with this thing, though, up there to the north. Observe tornado. right here moving over Jonesboro. I hope you're in a safe spot if you're in Jonesboro right now, Missouri. Or, sorry, Illinois. Lafayette, Indiana. Yeah, I mean, didn't we just talk about that? This thing is on top of you. Now, you're in an area that looks to be a little bit less severe right now. Doesn't mean things couldn't pick up. You're going to get some potentially strong wind. You can get some strong wind, light hail with this, but there's more of rotation and more severe weather down to your south. So if you stay good over this next hour, you're probably in a pretty good position to dodge most of the severe weather. Look at these cells. All these cells popping up right here. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. None of these are warned. All these are moving into southern Texas. They're going to move up towards Evansville, Owensboro, and Madisonville. And none of these are warned. One of these could easily go long track through here. This is what we're watching. One of these could easily go long track through here. I think one of these I think they should all be warned right now by the look at them. Tornado sirens going off in Elkhart, Indiana. Yeah, you're in a severe thunderstorm warning. There's a tornado warning to your south. It's not heading towards you right now, though. And you're also on the back end of this, so you should be good at this point. You're not going to get a tornado on the back end of that storm. It's not impossible, but you just went through the worst of it. See, it's going to be out in that main squall line out in front of you in that QLCS there, band. The ones you said need to be warned heading towards Louisville. Sorry, guys, Louisville. They're heading up. The ones that I think need to be warned are heading up towards Owensboro, Evansville, Madisonville, Hopkinsville, Mayville. So we look at these. Look at these storms here that aren't warned. Look at the shape of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. You've got that shape where you have the inflow, RFD, rear flanking downdraft potential. You could see the rotation and the wind shear on them. These, and they're moving very quickly. The lower level jet is pumping through this thing. So these are going to start moving up. These are going to enter southern Kentucky here soon. So Matt, if you're watching, those we got to keep our eye on. I've been out here for almost 3 hours. I need to take a little bit of a break, and I'll probably get back on, guys. And I know this is a terrible time to get off, but I have a son, I have responsibilities I have to get done for tomorrow. I'm probably gonna get back on here in a little bit, but I need to take a little bit of a break. I don't think Matt's on right now, but I do have to get off for a little bit right now. I want to go over these tornado warnings really quickly with you guys. We've got a PDS still tornado warning in Union, Illinois, Mississippi, Craighead, Arkansas, Poinsett, Arkansas, Dunklin, Missouri, Pemiscot, Missouri, Vigo, Indiana, Park, Indiana, Vermilion, Indiana, Mississippi. Okay, we have that. Craighead, Arkansas, St. Francis, Arkansas, Lee, Arkansas, Lafayette, Arkansas, Miller, Arkansas, Columbia, Arkansas, Bossier, Arkansas, Caddo, Louisiana, Stoddard, Missouri, New Madrid, Missouri. These are all tornado warnings. Prairie, Arkansas, Monroe, Arkansas, Lonoke, Arkansas, Wayne, Illinois, Hamilton, and Jefferson, Illinois, Clay, Illinois, Noble, Elkhart, Indiana, Gibson, Indiana, Wabash, Illinois, Edwards, Illinois, Knox, Indiana, Craighead, Arkansas, Green, Arkansas, Poinsett, Arkansas, Cross, Arkansas, Mississippi, Arkansas, almost done. Woodruff, Arkansas, Monroe, Arkansas, Columbia, Arkansas, Lafayette, Arkansas, Nevada, Arkansas, observed tornado, Poinsett, Tipton, Cross, Crittenden, I don't know how to say that, Mississippi, and Tipton, Arkansas. There's a lot. Northeastern Arkansas, this is about to move into western Tennessee. Western Kentucky, get ready. Western Tennessee, get ready. Southeastern Arkansas, get ready. Northwestern Mississippi, get ready. Central to southeastern Indiana, get ready. Southern Illinois, if you have not been in any of these warnings yet, get ready. They're knocking on everyone I just said. They're knocking on your doorstep. Ohio, you're going to be a little bit later in the night, more towards midnight. But this is serious. Right now, we do have 19 tornado warnings and 20 severe thunderstorm warnings. and we have multiple PDS as well. And I'm getting concerned about areas from Paducah up to Evansville, Owensboro down to Hopkinsville because of we now have discrete cells or isolated thunderstorms heading up through this dry pocket here with very, very good looking shear on them and velocities. Okay. I'm going to try to get back on, guys. I need to take a little bit of break here. And I'm going to try to get back on, especially as this thing moves out here towards Owensboro, Madisonville, Jackson, Mississippi, off towards Nashville, and out towards Ohio. And Louisville. Louisville. Sorry. I'm going to try to get back on. I appreciate you guys being in here. I'm hoping to get back on in a little bit. Seriously, thank you to anyone who followed, subbed, gifted, just was in here. Trust me. I post every day. I stream every night. I'm hoping I'm going to get back on here in a little bit so I can keep going over this stuff with you guys. I really appreciate you. Seriously. Thank you guys. And again, this severe risk goes a couple days here. We're going to have another slight and moderate with these days to come, and I'll be covering that. Hopefully I'm back on here in a little bit. See you.